65 cut. These are the meaningless ramblings of a Scottish redone whore and a pissy ex-video store clerk. Their ongoing mission is to set right the movie wrongs. They're gonna need a bigger podcast.
Hello, all you lovely, lovely listeners out there in lovely, lovely listener land. This is episode 60 of the 365 Flicks podcast. My name is Kev.
And I am Chris.
And we are your hosts for this episode.
As opposed to
anyone, because we are all hosts on every episode. So
yeah.
That was a bit of a redundant
so
statement.
You could just say we are your hosts.
We are.
But we won't quibble, we won't quibble.
Why do you always start with fighting? Why do you always have to pick
it's
up on
normally
something?
you that starts it, to be honest.
Yeah, but you started that one.
So, there you go.
We were off to a good start, and now I'm going to have to go back and redo it. But then again, I never actually edit the first bit out, so it would just be stupid if I did that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to try and derail this episode as much as I possibly can.
Why?
I've got a bit of beef with you.
With me?
Aye.
Beef with me?
After that, After I tried to introduce Fred on the last Indie Talk, you were derailing me like a bastard, so...
When?
On the last Indie Talk?
What last episode?
The last episode?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I know what I meant. So, there you go.
Yes, we are back with a brand new track. This is our brand new episode 60. That was a bit of an M for you. We have some news for you. We have a top 5. What's the top 5 tonight, my friend?
This is top 5 TV shows.
T-shows.
Yep, TV shows that were cancelled too soon.
Lost.
That wasn't cancelled too soon.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
I could have done another 12 seasons of that.
Fuck off.
And we have...
That was harsh, sorry.
It was a little bit.
Harsh.
We have our normal what have we been watching section, which is our TV shows, movies, comic books, games, whatever. What have we been watching?
And I gather you've got a...
I got a bit of beef. It's not beef. I'm not starting right now. We'll get into that.
Right,
and I'm not going to rant too much about it when we get there. I won't rant because it's not a rant. It's just something. It's an observation, and I think we should all just calm down a little bit.
I see.
We also got the Oscar and BAFTA nominations that we're going to talk about. I believe you want to try and put the belt up on the line. You're going to defend your belt?
Well, it's also Royal Rumble this weekend.
Ooh.
So
do you know who's in the Rumble? Are we not?
Well, there's 30 people in the bloody Rumble.
Are we not predicting the Rumble?
I think we should predict the Rumble.
What, the winner of the Rumble?
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should. So I'm
Ryback.
Fuck off for Ryback, bloody meathead fuck.
Trent Seven.
No, pish. I am willing to defend my title at the Royal Rumble.
All right. Well, if we're going to do it on the Royal Rumble, I would also like to talk about the Oscars in a little bit as well. Because I'm happy with some of the Oscars and I'm not happy with some of the Oscars. So we will get to that.
I see.
Okay,
let's get going then.
That's the little bit of general banter we do at the start. It's become tradition.
General bickering.
General bickering, yeah. Hashtag top bants. We are top bants.
Get fucked with that and move on to the next section.
But first of all, let's tell the lovely people all about the networks that we're on and the people that we like and all that rigmarole that we don't like doing, but we kind of have to. So, the networks that we are on the Tangent Bound network, ran by Mark Bogner, whose Kickstarter has had a little bit of a flag. It's stalled a little bit, so he's now doing a GoFundMe to kickstart his Kickstarter.
Right, I see. I don't really understand how that works.
It's fuss and nonsense. Kickstarter won't let him actually kickstart his project without having a working prototype of what he's trying to do, kind of thing.
Right.
So now he's doing a GoFundMe to make the prototype so that he can do the Kickstarter.
That is a fuss and nonsense.
It is. It's a shame that Kickstarter do that kind of thing, but you know what? That's just what they do. But Mark is persevering. Thank God he's persevering with his idea, his endeavour, and his dreams, and we should all persevere with him too. So go on GoFundMe. I'm not entirely sure how you find it. I'm assuming if you type in Mark Bogner, it'll turn up.
Yeah.
It's on the Facebook and all sorts. We'll put it out there. We are also on the Wicked Radio Network, which is run by Big Sexy Dev, and I can't wait to meet him when we go to Cincy.
Will be 8 months now?
He does keep saying that he's not going to go because we're going.
Oh, that's unacceptable.
Well, I think that we should do a 365 Mentary with Dev watching Batman vs Superman. Can we put that to him?
Sure, why not?
Yep, well, that's been put to you, Dev. Have at it, good fellow. We are also on nerdly.co.uk, our British home, which we love being on. Phil is an awesome, awesome bloke.
Yes, he is.
And that website is a fantastic website. And we're glad to be on it.
Already.
And I am very sorry that I took my sweet ass time getting the last episode posted over to him. We are also on We Be Geeks, which is a fantastic website which has all the other podcasts that we love. I mean, all the podcasts that we love are generally on all these websites because we're a cliquey bunch of bitches. And they're all on We Be Geeks. You've got Weird Science on there. You've got History Bad Ideas on there. You've got all the rest of them. Jock and Nerd. Everyone. We Be Geeks, all of them. Hashtag Pod and Family on the old Twitter, and you will find a platitude of amazing podcasts to feast your ears on.
A platitude?
Platitude, was that the right word? I should have said plethora. Both the same word, really, aren't they? Both
pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Both begin with P. But if you want to look for us...
Both begin with P.
If you want to look for us, we are on all of those amazing networks, but we are also on iTunes, Stitcher, the Libsyn app, Satchel app, anywhere really. Just have a look for us. Type in 365 Flicks podcast, subscribe, rate, review, tell all your best mates about us, and they will no longer be your best mates. And you can also find us on Twitter and the Facebooks.
There you go. Done.
Does that bit feel like it's getting longer and longer?
It does, like, aye.
It does. I'm going to have to cut that shit down.
Mostly because you do it all the time now.
Yeah, I know.
You won't let me do it, arsehole.
Yeah, because you normally knack it up. So, let's crack on with the news, because we've got some news this week, my friend.
We do. But before we get to some news, on the last episode we had, on the last Indie Talk episode, we spoke to Fred Arrowsmith, who is currently working to get the movie Kingdom Fall of Elandriel made.
Yes.
Again, you can go to his Indiegogo page if you go to Indiegogo, funnily enough, and type in Kingdom Fall of Elandriel movie. Have a look at the perks on there. There's still time. To do it. It runs up right up until the end of January. So do have a look on there. Just see what's there. You never know. You might find something you fancy. But I was speaking to him after that. And he's up for coming on the show again, which is cool. That's always good to hear.
That is always good to hear.
A couple of Slaver Egypts.
Yep. It tends to be the thing, though. Sometimes I do get a feeling it's like they're just being nice to us. Yeah, I'll definitely come on again. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
I would love for somebody to say it just like that. Oh yeah, I'll come back on the show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Wicked. But when he comes back on, he has issued a challenge to you, my friend.
To me?
Yeah.
Best Scottish accent.
As we know, you are the winner of a Floppy Award for Best Impression of 2016.
That I am.
So he has challenged you to a Sean Connery off.
A Sean Connery off? Wowzers.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
So there you go. I told him you'd be up for it.
Do I put the title on the line for that if I win it off you anytime soon?
You're winning it off me.
I'm well up for a Sean Connery off.
So yeah.
I will perfect my Sean Connery. I'm not going to do it right now because then that gives him a head start.
Yeah, you don't want him to hear it. So yeah, that's he's.
I don't want anybody to hear it.
No, neither do I. But yeah, great guy, and the music video that he spoke about on the Indie Talk episode is up now.
It is.
You can find it on the Kingdom Fall of Elandriel Facebook page. We also shared it like hell on our Facebook page, which Kev slavered on about before.
Yep.
So have a look for that. And again, you can find all of that, the trailer, the music video, and the different perks and what have you. The guitar is on there now.
Wow.
So you can find all of that on their Indiegogo page if you type in Kingdom Fall of Elandriel movie.
Nice one.
Bit of horror and done.
Bit of horror and done.
Yep.
I've got a little bit of horror to do later, but I'll horror it later.
So news.
And of course, if you do get the perk and if you do go for the DVD, I mean, we're not saying this is definitely going to happen, but you may get some WWE commentary from two podcasters that you love.
He seemed to like the idea.
He did, didn't he?
But did he say it like, that'd be so cool, or that'd be awesome?
Don't do that to me. I was really kind of like when he sounded up for it. I was like, oh man, that's so fucking cool. I went away and I was like,
actually, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
Right.
Okay. Right. Some news.
Crack onto the news.
Yeah.
Crack onto the news. Terminator news. Did you ever think we would get some Terminator news?
I've read this as well.
Yes. James Cameron is returning to the fray.
Well, he gets the rights to it back in 2019.
Yep.
And so there's talk of him... he won't be directing it because he's going to be directing Avatar sequels for the rest of his life. But
pretty much.
The director of the first Deadpool movie is rumoured to be connected to it.
Tim Miller,
yeah. I thought that's what his name was, but you know what I'm like with names.
So there'll be lots of fucks all over that film.
Why not?
Yep.
I'm up for that.
You happy about Terminator 6 with James Cameron in the fray?
Yeah.
I'm up for it. Do they bring back Arnie?
No, they do not.
But they will. They will. You know they will, because that's what they do.
Just fuck off with that. No, he's. You know what? I'm an Arnie man. When I was a teenager and all that, I watched a shit ton of Arnie movies. Fuck Sly Stallone. Arnie was the man.
What's your favourite Arnie movie ever?
Favourite Arnie movie ever? Shit. Running Man.
Running Man, that was a good one.
Running Man / Total Recall. I like Total Recall.
Total Recall. I'm not a big fan of Total Recall.
I like Total Recall.
I like Cointreau in Total Recall. Open your mind.
Yes.
No, and the guy opens the coat and he's got a man in his belly.
Yeah.
Cointreau.
Okay, that's Scunners. I like Running Man. I like Running Man a lot. Yeah, it's definitely Running Man, Total Recall.
Yeah, I think for me it has probably got to... I love Predator. And I'm still not overly happy about Shane Black doing Predators. He's doing like a remake reboot.
Is it set at Christmas?
It's probably set at Christmas. There will be a kidnapping. Gwyneth Paltrow will be in the Iron Man suit, and Guy Pearce is in it as a fire-breathing dragon.
And will the hero be a piping hot mess?
The hero will definitely be a piping hot mess, and it will just be like every other Shane Black movie ever made. So move on.
Well, there you go. But yeah, so back to Terminator. No, we don't want Arnie in there. Sorry, Arnie. Sorry, you're a great man and you entertain people for years and years and years and years and years. Decades even. If you add it, bygones. But no, I'm sorry. If the Terminator franchise is going to mean anything again and it's got to move forward, I'm sorry, Arnie, but you can't be in there.
Yeah, I totally agree. I 100% agree. So, who replaces Arnie?
The Rock.
Excellent. Speaking of The Rock, segues all days. Shazam!
Yeah, I read that as well.
Shazam is now going to be 2 movies. Or Black Adam, the character that Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is playing, is getting his own movie. So you're getting a Shazam movie and a Black Adam movie.
Yeah.
Are we surprised about this, considering The Rock is the only person who's been cast in this movie for the last 10 years?
What, in the Shazam movie?
Yep.
They've not cast Shazam yet, have they?
They've never cast Shazam. They don't have a director for Shazam. The only thing we've ever known about Shazam for a good 4 or 5 years now is that The Rock was going to be in it as Black Adam. So now he's getting his own movie. I'm all up for it. Give me all the Dwayne The Rock Johnson you can throw at me. I'll eat that crap up all day. I love the man as an actor. I cannot wait to see Baywatch this year. Anything the man does, I'll probably even watch Jumanji, and there's a good chance I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced about Jumanji, to be fair, but I don't know bugger all about Shazam or Black Adam.
No, I don't know a great deal, but if The Rock's in it, I'm sold.
Oh, yeah.
I'm absolutely sold. It's the same as when Doctor Strange was coming along, I was completely sold. Okay, I said on the last episode I wasn't keen on the movie, which I still wasn't. However, being that Benedict Cumberbatch was in it, straight away I was like, I'm up for that. Benedict Cumberbatch, I'll take that. So when I hear The Rock's name getting mentioned, I'll watch Shazam.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
See The Rock do some magic-y stuff. Laying the magic down on people's asses. Instead of SmackDown, Magic Down.
I got that.
Yeah,
I got you.
Okay, just making sure you got it. Just making sure. So, The Last Jedi. How do we feel about this?
I don't think you can feel anything about it. It's 3 words. It's fucking 3 words put together. So how... What do you mean, how do you feel about it?
But you like those 3 words that are put together? You're happy with those 3 words?
I'm perfectly fine with those 3 words.
Really?
How can you possibly get...
I'm not liking it. I don't
Why?
I don't like the sound of The Last Jedi. I just don't like it. And I know Nerdist and all these other people are saying, but Jedi, spelled as Jedi, is also plural for Jedi, so it can mean many Jedi. I don't give a fuck. I just don't like the name. I just don't like the name The Last Jedi. I don't know why. Just as soon as I read it, I was like, oh God, I hope that's a fan-made poster. And
Did it
that's
get
not
your
true.
goat?
It didn't get my goat. I was just sat there like, you know, like when they announced The Force Awakens, straight away I was sold. I mean, it was JJ, so I was sold anyway. But straight away I was like, The Force Awakens. Now that's got my attention. The Last Jedi doesn't have my attention. It doesn't hold me in the same way that The Empire Strike Back did or Return of the Jedi. But The Last Jedi, I'm not keen.
I really don't know how you can... That it's a subtitle. It's a subtitle, and I really don't know how you can be getting so emotional about that.
I'm not getting emotion about it. I'm just not keen on the subtitle of the movie.
You fucking kidding me with that?
What? Towards the mush. So yeah, for those who haven't got full grasp of what the hell we are talking about, Star Wars Episode 9 is to be called The Last Jedi.
Episode 8.
Episode 8. Yes, well done.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
But no,
I think you should calm the fuck down about it. It's 3 words. You don't know fuck all about the movie.
I'm not losing my shit about it.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I just don't like it.
You just said you saw a fucking poster of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and
I hope it
put
was
your hackles
fan-made.
up.
It didn't put my hackles up.
It did. You just fucking said you're not feeling it.
I just sat there and I went, yeah.
All right. Okay,
I just went,
fine.
yeah. And that's the crack.
Right. Okay. Right.
Sony's Uncharted games. Now, I bring this up because you're playing Uncharted right now, and you're enjoying the games. We are finally, almost sort of nearly officially, getting a movie now.
Right.
It's been on the cards for a long time, but it looks like it's finally moving forward. With director Sean Levy. He made Real Steel.
I never saw that.
And a couple of other movies that I can't quite remember right now. And the writer is Joe Carnahan, who wrote Smoking Aces, the movie Smoking Aces.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And he also wrote Narc. Did you ever watch Narc?
No.
With Jason Patrick.
No.
Fucking great movie. And really, you would love Narc. You need to watch Narc. Put that on your list. Yeah. So it's finally looks like it's coming. They've got locations. They've got a shooting date like for that production and stuff. So they're finally moving ahead. Still no word on who Nathan Drake is. So my question to you on this. I know everybody says Nathan Fillion.
No, it can't be.
Everybody says Nathan Fillion.
You know what? Nathan Fillion just showed up in an episode of Modern Family, and Nathan Fillion looks like he's been stung. You know, that sounded bitchy as hell, and I'm no
slouch.
Really, you know, I can't really fucking speak. No, he doesn't look like he'd. You know, Uncharted is a bit of a sort of Indiana Jonesy type thing, actiony and stuff like that, and running about and bloody climbing up walls and all that kind of thing. I'm sorry, but no, Nathan Fillion can't pull that off.
Well, his name is the one it's been banded about for years because everybody wants to see Nathan Fillion.
Maybe back in the day when he was in Firefly, Nathan Fillion, but Nathan Fillion was in a Modern Family. I don't know how far ahead the Americans are because Sky One are a bit shit at bringing the Modern Family over here. But he just appeared in it, and no.
So who would you like to see play Nathan Fillion? Nathan Fillion? Nathan Drake.
Who would like to see play Nathan Drake? Who would you like to see play Nathan Drake?
I have a list of 3 people.
Go on then.
One of them is my go-to answer for everybody right now.
Ben Affleck?
No. I would like to see Miles Teller play Nathan Drake because I'd like to see Miles Teller in everything.
Okay.
Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's little brother.
Yeah.
He would be quite good. And one that I never really thought of, but as soon as I saw the name on a list, I was like, oh shit, yes, Oscar Isaac.
No.
I'd quite like to see that.
No, not Oscar Isaac.
Or my favourite of all time, Justin Timberlake.
Actually, you know what? He'd be all right.
that was a joke.
I could see that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That wasn't a joke then. I entirely meant that.
Ken.
It's not even on my list. But yeah, so Sony are saying that it looks like they're going ahead with it. They've got dates. They've got locations. It's going to happen. So,
Well, I'm on Uncharted 2 right now because I've played it from the start, with the remastered versions of it. But I believe that Uncharted 4, which came out last year, is the final game.
right.
So that'd be a perfect time to make a movie, if anything.
It would be. It
Yeah.
would be. So, do you have the desire to see a movie that is being described as Lethal Weapon in space? Because this is how the Green Lantern Corps is being referenced. People are calling this Lethal Weapon in space. Now, I'm all in on the DCEU. I'm a big fan of what DCEU is. I'm a big fan of what they're doing with these movies. I am. Sue me. Sue me. I love those movies. But when they turn around and say Lethal Weapon in space, meh.
That's really not a way to describe anything.
No. I mean, the reasoning behind this is that it's not going to be so much a standalone movie as the Ryan Reynolds was, like his own origin, Hal Jordan's origin. They're saying you're going to get the Corps, which is why it's called Green Lantern Corps. So you're going to get a few of them, Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner.
Is it Tom Cruise is rumoured for it?
Well, this is some of the names that they're banding around for Hal Jordan. You've got Tom Cruise up in there, which, fuck me, do not do this. Bradley Cooper's, well, let's be honest, everybody's name is on this list. But these are the ones that people are touting the most. So Bradley Cooper's on there, who is Rocket in MCU's Guardians of the Galaxy.
I wouldn't leave.
So I can't see that happening.
I wouldn't leave the MCU for the DCU, to be honest with you.
Armie Hammer,
Aye.
which let's be honest, Armie Hammer...
He could actually do Nathan Drake.
Yeah, he'd probably be a good one.
Yeah.
He was touted, or he was actually contracted to the Guillermo del Toro Justice League movie years back. So there's a good chance he's still sort of contracted to their books, if you will. So that's one that isn't beyond the stretch of imagination. That could happen. Like Armie Hammer could be Hal Jordan. And the last one we have is Ryan Reynolds.
Huh.
Can you possibly ever see that happen?
No, absolutely not.
Because I'm pretty sure if I was Ryan Reynolds right now, and I don't know if this has actually happened, I would be straight on the Facebook, the Twitters, and be like, hell the fuck no.
Right, let's just be honest here for a second. Before Deadpool came out, if you saw a Ryan Reynolds movie, you'd probably do what you did early on and go, bleh.
Yep.
But now Deadpool's out, he's riding high, he's doing fucking men's perfume adverts on bloody TV and all that kind of thing. He's riding high, he's on probably a career high.
Yep.
You ain't leaving that behind to go back to fucking Green Lantern, which, to be honest, is a career low other than bloody the Wolverine Oranges movie.
Yep. I completely 100%.
That's not happening.
100% agree with you. But Lethal Weapon in space, mate.
Yeah.
Which is quite... And this is going to come off quite bad. But they're saying that this movie is going to be focusing on Jon Stewart this time, who is a predominantly black character in the Green Lantern. And obviously they're casting Hal Jordan with all these guys. So straight away it screams Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Get Tilda Swinton in there.
Tilda Swinton in there as Riggs.
Ooh, I like that.
As Riggs.
I like that.
Yeah. I like Tilda. I do. I rewatched I suppose I could have done this in the next section, but me and the girls watched The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe the other day. Tilda's great in that.
She is good.
Tilda's fantastic in that film.
But the BBC version of it is better from back in the day.
The BBC version is much better.
Yeah.
So do you have any more?
I do. Yeah, I've got a couple of bits and pieces. So first one, Alien 5 with Neil Blomkamp is pretty much dead in the water.
Oh, fuck off. But all that concept art and all that.
I know, and Sigourney Weaver was going to be back for it and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
And Hicks. Hicks was back.
I couldn't remember his name.
That's annoying.
Yeah, so it's pretty much, I suppose, with Alien Covenant coming out, which actually, to be fair, does look all right.
It doesn't look too bad.
Looks like it could be okay. I'm a fan of some of the Alien movies, but I was looking forward to Alien 5.
So was that, and under Neil Blomkamp, that could have been a really interesting take as well.
So it's not entirely dead. It could still happen, but it's highly unlikely.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
That is annoying. Considering there had been no talk for a long time, apart from the Prometheus movies, there'd been no talk for a long time about a new Alien film. And then Neil Blomkamp comes along and says, look, I'm going to make Alien. It's going to be amazing. We're going to get Sigourney back. We're going to get Michael Biehn back.
And, you know, you mentioned the concept art, and it looked fucking awesome.
It looked great. Michael Biehn with, like, a fucked up face. I was totally in. I'm a little bit gutted about that.
Yeah. Never mind. What are you going to do?
Going to get another, like, 2 or 3 Prometheus movies, though.
Aye.
Is Covenant a Prometheus movie? It is, isn't it? Because Fassbender's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Prometheus.
Yeah, so it's a sequel to Prometheus.
I think so.
Right, okay.
But it's more alien-y, I think.
Just more alien-y.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think it'll be right. I think from the trailer anyway, it looks alright.
That'll be grand.
That's kind of what trailers are there for.
It'll be grand.
Now, you mentioned Deadpool, kind of.
Yes.
Have you seen who is rumoured for Cable?
Cable, Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm fucking well up for that.
I am up for that.
It's about time that we got Pierce Brosnan back in the mainstream.
What do you mean back, though? What do you mean back?
Well, he's not been in the mainstream really since he left Bond. Not really.
But where was he before Bond?
Remington Steele?
He's only ever been relevant during Bond. So he's not back, because Bond was the highlight of his career.
Well, okay, so... meh.
But I know what you're saying. Though.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm okay with that, but I'd still love to see Stephen Lang.
He's done movies. He has done movies.
Nothing good, though.
He did the one...
The Thomas Crown Affair.
The one that time. Yeah, the Thomas Crown Affair.
Yeah,
that was good.
That
Rennie,
was
what's
actually a
name?
good movie, yeah. Rennie Russo.
That's the one. I was going to say Zellweger. That's not right.
That was actually a good film. I'll give you that one. Dante's Peak as well, which
How the hell can we
which was
forget that?
A better man's Volcano.
It was better than Volcano. And it had Linda Hamilton in it.
It did.
Bless her. Linda. So that's Deadpool 2. I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Now, there is a remake of Shaft.
Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
Wait a minute. A girl Shaft.
No. Well,
No?
maybe. White Shaft.
Couldn't call it Shaft then, could they? No?
Aye, whatever. Fine. Fair enough. Yeah, it's been directed by the 2005-2007 Fantastic Four director, whose
Tim
name I can't
Story.
remember. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea. Nah.
Eh.
I don't want to see Shaft.
There's nothing wrong with the Sam Jack one. I liked it.
There isn't anything wrong, it's just not good.
There's not anything wrong with it, it just wasn't good.
No. But while we're on remakes, here at 365, we champion all-girl remakes. So we've got some Dirty Rotten Scoundrels news. Anne Hathaway's now joined the cast.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah, they're remaking Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, but with girls.
Okay.
You know, the Steve Martin and Michael Caine, maybe, possibly? Yeah, Michael Caine.
I've probably seen it at one point, I don't really remember.
It's right till it's wrong. Well, Anne Hathaway has joined Rebel Wilson as the two main cast, but it's undergone a new name change. It's no longer going to be called Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Dirty Rotten Hooers.
That would be great. I would watch that. No, it's being called Nasty Woman. What a crap name, isn't it? Isn't that a crap name?
Nasty Woman.
Apparently, the thing...
Was that written by the fucking 8-year-old of the director? Fuck off.
No, the thing I read about it was that it's a play up on when Trump was calling Hillary a nasty woman. Very weak sauce. Don't like this. But, I mean, Anne Hathaway's a very busy woman because she's also doing Ocean's 8, as we know. Mm-hmm. So
I think James Corden's joined that.
Yeah, James Corden's joined that. The only male in an all-girl cast.
Okay.
And apparently, actually, no, that's wrong. Because apparently, and this totally just went under the radar for me, Matt Damon is reprising his Ocean's 11 role.
Right.
And 12 and 13. He's reprising the role. He's going to be in the all-girl Ocean's 8. No, Ocean's 8. That's what it was called when it was like being in post-production. I was like, oh, it's Ocean's 8. Yeah, so, you know, all-girl casts, we love them.
That doesn't sound great, though.
But while I'm on that, remakes, a remake that just I am not happy about, and I think Joe from Another Damn Wrestling Show brought this up as well. White Men Can't Jump.
I've never actually seen that.
Have you never seen White Men? Oh, it's amazing. It is amazing. I love that film. I kind of grew up watching that movie almost every other day. But
I never saw it.
But they're remaking it, and I would like to just quickly say that if Anna Kendrick and Zoe Saldana are available, there's your cast. Because all-girl remix.
I'd like to see Zoe Saldana jumping.
White women can't jump. That's you can't say that, can you? But yeah, that's all I've got for remix. But I'm just saying, we will keep everybody up to date on the White Man Can't Jump remake. I'm hoping it just gets fucking shot down in flames and doesn't happen, because the movie's great. Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, both fantastic in that film. And they went on and made Money Train, which was fucking terrible.
I never saw that either.
Yeah, that's a good job. Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Anything else?
So, while we're on the subject of remakes, Tony Almeida is going to be on 24
Yay!
Legacy.
Woo!
Are we feeling a bit better about it now? Because I've not really got a great deal of interest about it, to be honest with you.
I'm going to watch it.
I'll
going to
watch it.
I don't have much hope for it. I love the kid who's playing the main character.
Yeah, it's thingy. Heath, is it?
Heath from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And he played Dr. Dre in the Straight Outta Compton movie.
Yeah.
I love him as an actor. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does, but it's kind of like 24 without Jack Bauer.
But then we spoke about Terminator without Arnie.
Yeah, that's different.
And it's not, I know, but I'm just saying, if you can have one, you can have the other.
I'm going to watch it. I'm gonna try and enjoy it. I hope to God I enjoy it without even trying. I just hope it's great.
I think it's going to be one of those situations where maybe you give it like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Unless it's really bad.
The inclusion of Tony Almeida, though, I like that. Is he a wrong'un?
Well, he's in prison in the photo.
So he's a wrong'un.
So
he's a wrong'un.
Maybe.
Because when we left, he was kind of
he tried to kill Jack, didn't he?
Yeah.
Last time we saw him.
Well, he tried to kill him, he saved him, and then he tried to kill him again, and then he saved him, and then he
Yeah.
tried to kill him, and then he just walked away at the end.
Yeah. And Jack had to get the,
That was a confusing series, because I had no idea right up until the end. What the hell is Tony Almeida doing?
Well, he was back in our Die Hard 24/7.
He was back. And that's what it's all
Wasn't
about.
he back? Was he back?
I want to say he was.
Was it Nina?
I think we brought Nina back. Yeah, Nina
Not
came
Tony.
back. And John McClane had to take out Nina.
No, John McClane got shot by Nina at the end.
Yeah, awesome.
There you go.
She McCleaned him out good and proper.
Oh!
Zing!
Professional puns.
You get nothing less over here at a 365 Flicks podcast. I feel like we may have jumped the shark.
Oh, don't jump the shark. Now,
Episode 60.
another one. This is not a reboot or anything like that. But did you see that House of Cards season 5 has it's been announced it's starting on May the 30th?
I did, yes, on the same day of Trump's inauguration.
That's right.
Perfect timing.
Fucking right.
Perfect
because
timing.
It's kind of the same sort of president, really. Although, Kevin Spacey's president has probably got more brains about him than Donald Trump. But
do you think Kevin Spacey right now is smug as a bastard with this series? He's like, we said this was coming.
Yeah.
We told you this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to watch Netflix. We told you it was coming.
I'm looking forward to seeing this series, though.
I need to catch up. I did the first series. What are we on now? 4?
5.
5.
Right.
Oh, shitballs.
It is damn good.
And you've just told me he's the president, so...
You're not going to... Well, he was vice president in the first series.
Was he? No, he was just
No,
like...
he
was a whip. He was like the... He was just like the spin doctor kind of thing in the first series.
Was he?
Yeah.
You're not thinking of the thick of it.
He wanted to be the vice president, but they were fucking him over, so he decided to fuck everyone else over.
Oh, well, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, bygones.
So he becomes vice president as well. Nice. Is his wife still tidy?
Oh, yeah.
In a total dominatrix type of way.
Robin...
I don't know. Do we call her Robin Wright Penn anymore?
I don't know.
Or do we just call her Robin Wright? It's Robin Wright now, isn't it? It's
Uh-huh.
not. It's not Robin Wright Penn.
Was she married to Sean Penn?
Well, I would assume so.
There could have been other people called
Maybe
Penn.
Chris Penn, Sean Penn's understated brother.
Huh.
You know, the fat one. Stop putting that gun on my dad!
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dead now, but he wasn't back then.
Oh.
Bringing this show down.
Timey-wimey, fucking hell. Right, I've got one more bit.
Okay.
Right, this is very nearly a go fuck yourself. Very nearly, and you're gonna be rolling your eyes at me here, but I don't care.
Roll.
Right, so on the 27th of January,
Right.
there is a movie coming out called A Dog's Purpose.
Yeah, I saw this.
Right.
Yeah.
And the official standpoint of 365 and anybody else who has got any shred of decency about them is, do not watch this movie. Don't see it. Fucking don't even mention it. Because I'll tell you for why. There was an undercover scene shot. It was part of the movie where the dog it's a German Shepherd. is supposed to jump into a river or something like that and rescue someone, I guess. But the undercover footage that was shot was the trainer of the dog, who's, you would imagine, or you would expect, it's their job to fucking look after the animals. Mm-hmm. The animal is fucking terrified, and it's fucking forcing this animal into the water, doesn't want to go in there, it's fucking petrified. So your nice, comfy, cosy fucking dogs movie is mistreating the animals, and do not watch that movie.
Okay.
Wow.
No, I'm fine.
I thought you'd be taking the piss.
No, I'm not going to take the piss out of you. I mean, it's a bit hypocritical because you do want to put a jumper on your dog.
No, I don't.
So, that's abuse.
No, I don't.
You were going to put a Christmas jumper on your dog.
No, you said that, you cunt.
You were looking at pictures of people on the internet putting their dogs in jumpers.
No, I wasn't.
I can't remember the segment. But yeah.
It was a Donald Trump hat.
So, yeah.
The only thing I've put on Dexter is a D-Generation X Santa hat.
That's abuse.
That's not abuse.
Hypocrite. But no, I'm totally with you on that. That will be the official standpoint. We'll put that on the board next to the other two things we will no longer ever talk about on this show. And that list is getting big.
3.
Yeah, but it's 3 biggies. But who's in the movie? What's it about? Or do we not care?
Dennis Quaid is in the movie.
Dennis Quaid?
Yeah.
Ah. But he seems like such a nice chap.
Well, it wasn't him torturing the dog.
So what's he said about it?
I don't know.
But he's not like come out and said, don't watch this movie.
Well, no, because he's in it.
What? So he's just okay. Right. Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Yeah. Fuck that movie. We're not going to watch that movie. We're not having that movie ever talked about on this show unless Dennis Quaid wants to do an interview about it, and maybe we'll let it happen.
Then we can say, how dare you, sir?
How dare you, sir? I used that on Facebook today.
I saw that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The last bit of news that I have before we're going to move on to our next section is Tremors 6 is filming next month. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
I love Tremors.
I know.
I'm absolutely buzzing about this.
I've seen the first 2, I think, but I've not seen... I can't believe it's up to number 6.
I've actually unashamedly seen them all. I love...
Is Kevin Bacon bad?
No Kevin Bacon. This time around we have Jamie Kennedy, who is like movie aids, basically.
Yeah.
He was also in the TV show, so I'm assuming he's reprising that role.
They did a TV show?
Yeah, they did a TV show. Only ever had one. Ooh, top 5.
Top 5 what?
Didn't even think about that. Top 5 Tremors.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
And Burt Gummer's back. Michael Gross plays Burt Gummer from the first 2 movies. You know, the one that was like the gun nut. He lived under the house. Broke into the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't you?
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Well, nobody good's coming back. Bert's back. Jamie Kennedy's coming into it. It's probably going to suck, but I'm going to love the absolute arse out of it. Because you have your Sharknadoes movies, I have my Graboids.
Fair play.
I love Tremors.
I'm not going to take that away from you.
Big fan of Tremors.
Fair enough. One thing I did expect you to mention is the Power Rangers trailer.
Yeah, man. That shit looks great.
Does it?
I cannot wait to see the Power Rangers.
Does it?
This is like an absolute... This is my... I'm going to say it now. This is my 2017 guilty pleasure. Before this movie even comes out, this movie could suck so hard that, it gives me blue balls. But I'm still going to love this movie.
You know there's going to be a sky beam at the end, right, don't you?
Oh, I can't wait.
There's going to be a sky beam with, trash floating about it.
I would not expect anything less. This is like... When I heard they were making a Power Rangers movie... I mean, when Adi Shankar did the Power/Ranger, the bootleg film that he made, the 10-15 minute thing with James Van Der Beek, the Dawson.
Yeah, that looked good. I like that.
That looked amazing, and that got me super excited for it. But Saban kind of came out and says, "Look, we're not going to make anything as dark as that, but we're going to try and tread the line a little bit." They can't really tread the line because they've got toys to sell. They've got millions upon millions of toys to sell, and they will sell a fuck ton of toys. I just think this movie looks great. It looks so much fun. It looks teeny bopper-ish, but it just looks great.
I never watched it. It was after my time. I never watched it, so I can't get excited about it.
And I'm going to call something right now, because watching that second trailer, there was 2 things that I came away with watching the second trailer. Mm-hmm. One of them is something that's already been rumoured for a long time, and that is that Rita Repulsa is going to be the original Green Ranger. Elizabeth Banks, she's apparently it's been a rumour for a while because she's got a load of green on her and she's got a green gemstone in her thing, and that's how they get their powers. I am going to say right now that Zordon,
That's Bryan Cranston,
who's
right?
being voiced by Bryan Cranston, and you cannot mistake that voice as soon as he starts talking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put it out there right now that he's the original Red Ranger.
Right.
I know you
I
don't.
have no idea what that means.
I know you don't really give a shit, but I'm coming off as a massive geek here, but I'm so looking forward to this movie.
It's fine. That's what this podcast is about.
It's going to be great. And I keep taking shit for it, but I just don't care.
I'll give it a watch. Just
No, I'm taking shit from more than just you. Like, I'm taking shit. Like,
I didn't give you shit.
I just can't wait to see this movie. I think it's going to be so much fun.
I mean, which Comic-Con was it where they had the Power Rangers fellas there?
Glasgow.
Was it Glasgow? Was it the first one?
Yeah, but they were like...
And we were stood kind of watching them, and they were stood with their helmets out and all that. And they had the guys holding his helmet, and that ended up somewhere else completely different than it started.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? But I know what you're saying. And they were quite interesting as well.
They were quite interesting, and I didn't really know what the fuck they were talking about, Power Rangers-y stuff, but there was a massive, massive fuck-off queue to do it, to get the photos taken with the guy's helmet.
Because it's Power Rangers. I'm going to take shit for it. I love Power Rangers.
Fuck anybody that gives you shit for it.
And later in the year, I think it's like round about the summertime, our friends at Manga UK are releasing the first 3 seasons on DVD.
Of Power Rangers.
Yes, I'm not going to lie. I'm tempted. Unless they send it to me for free, and then I won't buy it. I'll just watch it.
Well, we're very popular and powerful now. So,
Not really.
we're very popular now. So you could.
Not really.
We're semi-popular now.
3 people listen to us outside of Berwick, so that means we've kind of made it.
That's popular.
That is well popular. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I doubt Hobie get those kind of listens. I doubt it.
No.
Especially outside of that place. So, that's pretty much the news. Tremor 6 is coming. I cannot wait for Power Rangers. Do you want to talk about the Oscars?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let me just quickly pull up a list on what's happening here. Have you seen the list of the Oscars?
I had a quick look. I didn't really look in any detail. I just wanted to see if a certain person was in the Best Actress,
Yes, I knew you would be happy with that.
because I think she's going to win it.
You think she's going to win it?
I do. So will we do nominations now, or do you want to leave that for a future episode? Because it's not till March.
What do you mean? We're going to say who we think's going to win, or...?
Could do.
Right, so I am just trying to pull up the list. Right, so we have our Oscar nominations for 2017. It's the 89th ceremony. Jimmy Kimmel is going to be presenting. Are you going to make a list here?
I'll make a list.
And are we going to pick some?
Yeah, why not? We'll pick some.
This isn't for anything, though. This is just for a bit of fun.
Oh, so I'll not make a list.
Just make a list.
I'll make a list.
But yeah, so Best Picture. Any surprises in here for you?
So we've got Arrival.
Yeah, everybody.
I've not seen it.
I thought
I've heard
everybody was shitting on this.
Blake from Hobie's description of it put me off.
Yeah.
So Fences, I've not seen that yet. I do quite want to see it though.
Did you see the video of Denzel doing the press walk on the red carpet? And the journalist asked him a question and he completely shot her down in flames.
No.
I'll have to show you that when we have a little break. I'll show you that. It's so fucking good.
Okay.
It's so good. Like, he totally just slams journalists completely.
Sweet.
But in a nice way, because it's Denzel. So yeah.
Was it like, no, but thank you so much?
No, it wasn't even that. It was
That was
like
a different show, wasn't it?
It was like, I'm going to insult you to your face, but you're going to love me for doing it.
Right. Fair enough. Hacksaw Ridge, I'm pleased about that.
I'm happy to see that.
Yeah,
I
and
haven't seen it myself, but I'm happy to see it.
I do want to see that quite soon. Hell or High Water, great movie.
Yep.
Haven't seen Hidden Figures. Haven't seen Lion. I've heard that's good though. Lion.
I'm going to say this right now before we move on. I think Lion is going to be a surprise hit at the Oscars because I know what it's about. I sort of semi-know the story. Dev Patel looks like he's putting in a fantastic performance. I'm actually going to pip him for Best Supporting Actor, but we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, we've got Hell or High Water, we've got Hidden Figures, we've got Lion, we've got Manchester by the Sea, Casey Affleck's movie.
Yeah.
People
he got a BAFTA for that, didn't he?
People were talking about that, but they don't seem to be anymore.
Or has he been nominated for a BAFTA?
I think he's nominated because BAFTA hasn't happened yet. We have La La Land.
Ugh,
La 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 Land.
I've got no interest. I'm sure it'll be good. Meh. I'm not interested.
I'm sure it'll be good.
I'm not interested in it at all.
And we have Moonlight, which I haven't seen. I know nothing about.
Not heard of it.
I saw something today. Naomi Harris is in it, so nice little bit of British talent there for you. So what would you say out of those movies there? What are you hoping is going to take it away?
You know what? Because we've said on the podcast before, Kev, I think the guy has paid his dues and he's clearly made a good movie. So I think that Hacksaw Ridge
Yep.
is going to take it.
Out of that list, that's what I would go for. I mean, let's be honest. Let's just put it out there right now. La La Land has got 14 nominations. It has equalled the record of Titanic. It's probably going to win a shit ton of them.
Is it not just because it's all singy and dancey and
Yeah.
old schooly stuff, and that's what the fucking the Academy likes? And go fuck yourself.
Exactly. So then we have actor in a leading role. We have Casey Affleck from Manchester by the Sea. We have Brit Andrew Garfield in Hacksaw Ridge. Nice to see that. Ryan Gosling for La La Land. Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic. And Denzel for Fences. Does Denzel need another one?
You can never have too many.
He's got like 3 now, isn't he?
More than that, isn't it?
So who are you pipping for this?
I would like to see Andrew Garfield win one,
He deserves it, doesn't
but
he?
I think that Ryan Gosling is going to take it.
I'm going to say Ryan Gosling as well, and I'll tell you for why in the next section. Actress in a leading role. Isabel Huppert for Elle. Ruth Negga for Loving. Natalie...
Oh, right.
Negga?
Oh, she was in Preacher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman for Jackie. Emma Stone for La La Land. And Meryl Streep for Florence Foster Jenkins. So, I know where you're going here.
Yeah, it's Natalie Portman all the way for me.
I haven't seen Jackie, but from what I've heard...
I have seen it. I'm going to be talking about that now in a minute.
Okay.
And she's fucking fantastic in the movie. So, Natalie Portman for me.
I haven't seen the top 3 movies there. I'm just going to say Meryl Streep because fuck me, 21 nominations in her career. She deserves every single one of them, and she should just get it.
Fair enough.
Actor in a supporting role. I'm really not sure what that first name says. Mahershala Ali.
Yep.
From Moonlight. Jeff Bridges from Hell or High Water. Lucas Hedges from Manchester by the Sea. Dev Patel for Lion. Michael Shannon.
Wow.
Nocturnal Animals. Michael Shannon, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that the Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Going to have to watch that because Michael Shannon is a badass.
Yeah, he's a badass.
An absolute badass. Me personally, until I'd seen all the trailers for this movie, I would have given this to Jeff Bridges for Hell or High Water because I loved Hell or High Water. He's great in it. But personally, I just think Dev Patel's, this has got his name written all over it.
You know what? Great in the newsroom. I would like to see him take it, definitely.
Have you seen the trailers for Lion yet?
No, I've not. I have not.
He looks phenomenal.
They were on some talk show speaking about it, and they showed a clip, and I thought, yeah, fair play. So I would like to see him take it as well.
Plus, it's Dev, so.
Yeah.
Actress in a supporting role, Viola Davis for The Suicide Squad.
Fuck off.
Fences.
Oh.
Naomi Harris for Moonlight. Nicole Kidman for Lion. Octavia Spencer for Hidden Figures. Michelle Williams for Manchester by the Sea. I don't really have a horse in this race. I mean, Octavia Spencer's already won it. Viola Davis just deserves everything she gets. Naomi Harris, nice bit of Brit talent in there. Michelle Williams, well, you know.
You know, I'm going to go with the Brit. I'm going to go Naomi Harris.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go different. I'm going to go Viola Davis because I think that woman is on an absolute high this year, and it'd be nice to... I haven't seen Fences, but it would be nice to see her pick this one up.
So you're going Viola Davis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just write this down here.
So, animated feature. It's obviously been a slow year for animations.
Hasn't it?
So, we got some crappy ones in here. Kubo and the Two Strings. Moana. My Life as a Zucchini. The Red Turtle.
My life is a what now?
Zucchini.
The fucking fuck?
Aye, Zucchini. The Red Turtle and Zootopia. I'm just going to say Moana.
I'm going to say Moana because it's The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock's in it. Moana. Cinematography. So we're getting to the techies.
Yeah. The separate room stuff.
The one that's on the night before. Cinematography, we have The Arrival, we have La La Land, Lion, Moonlight, and Silence.
There is no way that La La Land isn't taking that.
Yeah, that's like, that award was basically invented for La La Land. So I'll agree there. Costume design, Allied, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Florence Foster Jenkins, Jackie, and La La Land.
Right, just give me 1 second to catch up here.
Get used to hearing La La Land, people.
What did we say for cinematography? La La Land.
La La Land, aye. For costume design, I'm going to give it to Florence Foster Jenkins. Haven't seen the movie, but it's like a period-y timepiece thing, so I might as well.
What?
The Americans love the Downton Abbey and all that push, so.
They do. I'm going to give it to Jackie, though.
Yeah. Directing. So this is the director's category.
So,
best director. This is a strange one, this one.
You know what I noticed about that one? No Clint Eastwood.
What for?
Sully.
Yeah. Hell's Teeth. Sully never got anything.
Nope.
Crazy.
Tom Hanks. It
was a bit earlier in the year.
Yeah, but still, it wasn't that. No, it was autumn, wasn't it? Or fall.
Fall. So, directing. Arrival, Denis Villeneuve. Hacksaw Ridge, Mel Gibber. La La Land, Damien Chazelle. Manchester by the Sea, Kenneth Lonergan. Moonlight, Barry Jenkins.
I think that La La Land is going to take it. But you know what? Again, I'm going Mel.
Yeah, I'm going Mel.
Fuck La La Land.
Let's just give fucking Riggs an Oscar. Let's give Riggs an Oscar. Documentary, we'll skip that one. I can't be bothered with that one. Documentary short, no. So film editing. This will be an interesting one. The Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, La La Land, or Moonlight.
Editing. I am going to go with La La Land again with this one.
I'm telling you, man, this film's just going to sweep the board. I hope it doesn't. Foreign language movie, we're not going to bother.
Did you say La La Land there as well?
Yeah. So he has an interesting one for you. Makeup and hairstyling. A man called Irv.
A man called Irv?
His name was Irv. A man called Irv. Star Trek Beyond.
No.
Or Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad got an Oscar nomination. Suicide Squad, man.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad got a bloody Oscar nomination.
What did I reply when you said that before?
Fuck off.
Fuck off. For what?
Suicide Squad. Yeah, okay. It's the night before awards. It's makeup and hair.
Although, you know what? I am actually going to go with Star Trek Beyond.
I really want Suicide Squad to win an Oscar.
I said to you, even though upon the second watch, it mostly annoyed the fuck out of me.
Yep.
Suicide Squad. But the Joker does look good with the tattoos and shit and stuff and things. But when you think of the job they did on Idris Elba and all that kind of thing, I'm actually going to go with Star Trek Beyond there.
Okay. And I can't be bothered with the rest because they're all techie awards.
So I assume you're saying Suicide Squad there.
Yeah. Actually, that's an interesting one. Let's do that one as well. Visual effects. This is an interesting one. Deepwater Horizon.
Ugh.
Doctor Strange. The Jungle Book.
Hold on, I've forgotten how to spell suicide.
Kubo and the Two Strings. Or Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Rogue One.
Definitely Rogue One, just for the Carrie Fisher-ness. Dev, I know you don't agree, but fuck you.
Well, you're wrong, Dev. Sorry.
Carrie Fisher looks amazing, and that's that. So that is the Oscars. I'm getting bored of that section, so let's move on. But first of all, I'm going to play a cheeky little promo.
Hey guys, this is Nick from the Epic Film Guys podcast, and you are listening to the 365 Flicks podcast. Not only your source for great movie news, outside of our own podcast, of course, but also your source for everything from The Walking Dead. And all of this comes from a pissy ex-video store clerk and a Scottish Whedon whore. Your vocal heroes of pissy opinion. It is, again, the 365 Flicks podcast. Please jump over to iTunes and give them a rating and follow them on Twitter at 365 Flicks Pod. And now here's a little taste of what the Epic Film Guys podcast is all about.
Even when the composer wasn't that great, they were like no-namers, but they come up with these iconic themes, which
even films
you
that
get
are
in your
complete,
head.
even films that are complete shitfests, like
Garbage.
Stallone's Judge Dredd. Dun 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 dun. Like that theme is so iconic, it sticks
Don't
right in
call
your
that
head.
movie shit. We both know that's your favorite movie of all time. All right.
It definitely is one of them. I will readily admit to that.
a little bit. Let's put a little more lighthearted feel in this.
What are you doing down there, Judge Hershey?
Waiting for backup. Hey, Diane
Let's hear.
Lane. Diane Lane, man.
Diane Lane, Kev.
Waiting for backup.
Don't call that movie shit.
You do love that promo. You always
I
get a
do.
little
I do
chuckle
like
out.
that promo, yeah.
And you know what? Nick made that for us, especially. So that was super
Yeah,
cool.
you don't
of
get
him.
Hobie or anyone do that.
No, they
Lazy.
don't. I mean, we do a shit ton for those lads, but
Exactly.
what do they ever do for us? What have you done for me lately? That was my diva.
What in the flying fuck was that?
Right. So this is
Just. Wait, hold the fuck on. Kev just did a black woman finger wave thing.
yeah. You ate all that in a bag of tater chips.
Wow.
So-
Okay.
So, this is the section of the show that we like to call What Have You Been Watching? I know, it's original, but this is that section. So, I will let you kick off with something that you've been watching, buddy.
Okay. So, yeah. The first movie I would like to speak about is a movie that is on Sky Movies right now. It's a movie standing on Antonio Banderas.
He's not done anything for a
He's
while.
not, but this is actually really good. It's called The 33,
The 30s.
and it's
the
about
miners.
the Chilean miners,
the Chile-
and it's bloody good.
Yeah, I kept seeing that trailer and it did look quite good, so yeah.
I would recommend it. It's, well, I mean, it's a true story, so you know what's going to happen.
What happened?
There's a cave-in.
I don't watch the news. The story always changes.
What?
It's never consistent plot.
Oh,
But what happened? Yeah,
continuity in that.
it caved in and they rescued them.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
but after, like, 3 months or something,
All right. So
Yeah.
why is it called the 33?
because it was 33 of them.
All right, this makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
says on the tin. No, I
Yeah.
thought it might have been because they were down there for like 33 days, but then you said
Basics.
3 months. Basics. Fuck off. So
It's
yeah,
damn good. Very good movie.
recommend? Recommend it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it's, as you say, we don't see a lot of Antonio Banderas now. You know, I think maybe playing the pussy in Shrek kind of fucked his career a little bit. But you know, if you cast your mind back to I'm going to completely forget the name of the fucking movie now. Desperado.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Assassins.
That was actually good as well.
I know, I love that film. That is actually one of my favourite
Yeah.
Antonio. What's your favourite Antonio Banderas movie?
Desperado.
Desperado. Desperado is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Antonio Banderas, what would mine be? Probably Desperado.
Puss in Boots.
Nah,
No,
not Puss in Boots. Nah. Although I do love Desperado, but Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which I know is
That's the one with Johnny Depp in it.
yeah, I know that's like the
But
continuation.
it's
of
like
the
Johnny
story.
Depp when he was good.
Yeah, when he comes out with such classic lines as "Are you a Mexican or a Mexicant?"
Indeed. That's like
You
something
know.
you would say.
No, I would just say you're a total cant. That would be my line. So yeah, the 33. You enjoyed it. It's worth
Yes,
watching.
it is very good. It's on Sky Movies right now, and I would recommend that you give it a watch.
Does he have that amazing accent of his, or is he? Or
What
is
his
he
actual accent?
Or is he doing Chilean?
Kind of same thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
Ask Trump. Give Trump a tweet.
Trump's America. He does like tweets.
So, on you go.
I watched a movie with the girls the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. We watched a couple of movies together. We watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find
You
Them.
know, I watched that as well.
And it's garbage.
Yes, it is. I fell asleep.
It is ridiculously bad. I'm not a massive fan of Harry Potter, as you know, but this movie, oh my god, made Harry Potter look like the Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
It made it look great.
Yeah.
I don't have much good things to say about this film. I mean, even the magic and the special effects, it didn't really come off as well as it did in the Harry Potter movies. It just didn't look as good.
Well, they had a moment when I don't really remember the characters' names because why would you? But Colin Farrell's character and the woman they were doing the wand
Yep.
thing, and you know how in Harry Potter they do the thing where the wands connect and it's all like lightning-y. They tried to do that in there, and it was crap. It looked like utter shit.
It didn't work.
No.
It didn't
No.
work. This movie is not a good movie. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Spoilers: Colin Farrell is actually Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
which
Well, he's you know what actually could be good in the sequel is Johnny Depp is playing Grindelwald,
yeah,
who has a big famous fight with Dumbledore.
right.
in the books.
Means nothing to me.
I know it doesn't, but I'm just saying to you.
Ruby would be
Ruby,
all,
where's Ruby when I need her?
Ruby would be all about this conversation.
But
you guys need to do a Harry Potter podcast.
we did. Well, she keeps saying to me, but she needs to finish the books first.
a Harry podcast.
Harry podcast.
Writes itself. That's what I'm here for.
So, yeah, it wasn't good though.
No.
And yeah, as I say, I fell asleep.
It was pants. Nobody, even Eddie Redmayne couldn't save that movie, and he's doing his damn finest. He's doing his best.
Oh, he was trying his hardest, but
and you could tell he was fucking buzzing to be in that movie. You could tell he was so happy being in that movie, playing with his wand. But it just, even he couldn't save the movie, and it's Eddie Redmayne, for Christ's sakes.
when it was announced, I really didn't have high hopes about it, because, you know, the premise of the movie is it's based on the guy who wrote a book, who the book appeared in like 2 of the Harry Potter films for about 30 seconds in total, and it's about the guy who wrote that book. Who could possibly fucking care?
Well, Harry Potter fans.
I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Harry Potties.
So what did Ruby think of it then?
Ruby didn't like it either. She wasn't a big fan. She said it didn't have the same aesthetic as Harry Potter. She didn't say aesthetic. That would have been great, though. That would have been great if she had said that. I would have high-fived her. I would have high-fived her.
Did you Google that?
What, me? Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, so Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, not as good as The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe.
No.
Which I'm actually going to say this, and because I found myself thinking it. So yeah, I'm going to talk about it. The big battle scene at the end of The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe, when they're on either side, although it's not as epic as a Lord of the Rings like battle, because like Lord of the Rings you've got like thousands upon thousands on either side, and in this you've got maybe like 50 or 60.
And they're all probably polar bears and stuff.
That's a pretty badass battle scene that could actually equal the likes of, I don't know, Fellowship of the Ring, or The Two Towers, or
certainly not
Return of the Fart Kings.
No, absolutely not.
It does. So fuck you.
It doesn't.
And I thoroughly enjoyed that movie, and I loved it. And I forgot that Aslan bit the witch's face, which kind of made me shit my pants a little bit.
Aslan is better because, you know, CGI and stuff, and it's Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
So Aslan is better, but I've got a special place in my heart for the BBC series.
Oh yeah, like when I put it into my box and went to play it, and I saw the old BBC one, I did for a split second.
Is that on there?
It's on there.
Oh, you fucker!
I did for a split second look at Ruby and go, would she watch it? She probably wouldn't.
I'm gonna.
It is amazing. It's amazing. It's got all of them up to the Silver Chair Part 2. Yes. BBC's amazing, man. BBC's
It was.
amazing. So,
It was.
Anything else?
Now, yes, I have got another one. Because I was going to speak about Fantastic Beasts next, but I ain't going to now, because you've done it. So there's another one, right, that I have watched on Amazon Prime. I don't think you would get away with it, because it's all World War I-y and stuff. But I think I was messaging you about it.
I recall something.
Yeah.
I probably too blue ticked you.
You probably did, you bastard, you. Right, so the movie is called Sarejavo.
Yes, you did.
So the movie is set in 1914, and it's
In Sarajevo?
in Sarajevo.
Right.
And it's about the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Right. Is that not a band?
That's a band, but that's not. They weren't. You know, so the band met the Doctor, and they went into the TARDIS, and they
Is that how that shit works?
travelled back in time to 1914 Sarajevo,
Right.
and then they got assassinated.
Did they have a song on their first album called Sarajevo?
I have no idea.
Mr. Trick.
Mr.
Mr. Trick.
So it's a foreign language film.
Right.
I think it's German or something. I don't know.
Sarajevo.
Possibly.
Sarajevo.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I think it's done in German.
Right.
Because the movie is about the guy who was investigating the assassination, and it kind of turns into like a conspiracy theory movie. Fuck you.
No, that was a genuine yawn.
Oh, that was a genuine yawn.
That was a genuine yawn.
Fucker. So it kind of. So the assassination happens, and then the guy is speaking to the person Gavrilo Princip, who shot the Archduke and his wife.
The lead singer of Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, the lead singer. And so it kind of turns into like a conspiracy type movie where they wanted this guy to be shot because it would lead to war. It would lead to the First World War, and basically there were treaties and all that kind of thing in place where once this guy was shot, these guys declared war on these guys, and then these guys declared war on these guys, and then war.
So what's about to happen in America?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
But it was fucking good. Really, really, really good.
Well, I'm not going to pander to you. I'm not going to patronise you and tell you that I will watch it, because I probably won't.
I don't think you would like it because, you know, you're not really all World War I and stuff.
I think for the Cliff Notes, I'll just listen to Franz Ferdinand's album for the Cliff Notes.
It is probably a round commentary, just in music, just in the form of dance.
Do you think it'll be like the Streets album? Money, a grand don't come for free.
Shit! I had that album.
What?
I think probably everybody had that album, didn't they?
Grand don't come for free? No, I didn't.
No?
No, because I thought the Streets were pretentious as fuck and I hated them.
Am I thinking of the same one?
I'd heard all the songs, but I'd never had the album.
Were all the songs on the album like told a story?
It tells the story
Yeah.
about him finding like 10
Yeah,
pounds
I
down
had
the
that
back of
album.
the couch. Nah, load of shite.
Oh.
I can't stand the Streets.
Okay, I didn't have that
Right,
album.
so my next one is a double feature,
Oh.
because I watched them both in the same night. Both by the same director, both had the same actor.
So
in.
you've hobbied your list?
No, this isn't that section. We can't hobby this section.
All right.
So in the same night, my wife and I, Lindsay, we watched Deepwater Horizon with Marky Mark in it, directed by Peter Berg. Absolutely amazing movie. It's you need to actually watch it, and you need to get past all the crappy banter at the start.
That's
of the
what
movie.
it was, mate. That's what it was.
But
Because
you-
I
you
did
get
try and
that?
watch it. Honestly, I tried to watch it.
You get that with Marky Mark? That's what Marky Mark brings to
It
the
wasn't
movie.
even Marky Mark. It was the other people in the fucking whatever it was called,
Yeah,
oil
because
rig thing.
Peter Berg
But
does that as well.
he was just going about in the thing, and they were all having all the banter. And
It's called Setup.
fuck off with
All the banter.
fuck off with your shit banter.
Well, I think you're completely wrong. You need to watch
I'm
this
never
movie. It's a fantastic movie, really well done. Peter Berg is a great director. However, I then followed that up with Patriots Day. Don't bother watching that.
Is that the one about the Boston bombings?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Boston bombings, fucking horrible events. This movie actually uses CCTV and footage from camera phones in the movie
Right.
of the actual event, which at times you can be sat there like, oh God. Don't get me wrong, when you get to the movie, if you have a dry eye or if you have a lump, if you don't have a lump in your throat, you're dead inside.
Oh.
And you know me, I am pretty much dead inside. But I had a massive lump in my throat at the end of this movie. It's a good movie, it's just not a great movie. And to go from Deepwater Horizon to then watching Patriots Day
And then doing the Michael Bay film.
is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I love Michael Bay.
No, you don't.
But
Yeah, but also if you want a bit of crack about the Boston bombings and listen to those conspiracy guys.
I knew you were going to say that. That wasn't that they made all that up. They
No.
made it all up. It's all conjecture. Of course it happened. Don't tell me it didn't happen.
You saw it happen.
I was there. But yeah, if you are going to watch either of those two movies, I recommend Deepwater Horizon wholeheartedly. Maybe just pass on Patriots Day unless you're one of these people who's into like real worldy kind of true story things. At which point, just watch Deepwater Horizon because it's a real worldy true story thing.
That's your story as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Berg, I love him as a director. You know I do because he did Friday Night Lights, he did the movie, and he did the TV show. I just love Peter Berg. His movies are fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he's listening, so that will mean a lot to
Of course
him.
he's bloody listening.
So yeah, Deepwater
So-
Horizon, give it a watch. Patriots Day, give it a miss.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so last movie anyway. I've got a couple of TV shows.
Ooh.
Last movie, I saw this movie last night, and the movie is Jackie,
Yeah.
starring Natalie Portman as Jackie Kennedy. So the movie is set in the week after the assassination of JFK, and it focuses obviously on Jackie.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Basics.
So it's kind of like she's been interviewed for a newspaper or something like that about her perspective on the whole
Right.
thing that's happened. but it has flashbacks to when before the assassination and all that kind of thing. Now, the first point that I want to raise is: you must have at some point, right, seen the footage of the Kennedys allowed news cameras into the White House for the first time, and
Right.
she was Jackie Kennedy was showing the interview, the cameras around the White House and the different rooms of the White House.
Right.
You must have seen this at some point.
I don't recall it, but I'll take your word for
Yeah.
it.
So what they did, which was interesting, is they recreated that with Natalie Portman,
Cool.
but they played the original sort of soundtrack, if you
Yeah.
will, of Jackie Kennedy speaking, and Natalie Portman was doing lip sync over it,
Right.
and it was really fucking well done. Really, really, really.
Is that not really eerie?
Well, yeah.
I like the sound
Yeah.
of that. I'm going to give this film a watch. I am going to
You
give
should
it a
give
watch.
it a watch. But there are moments in the movie where there's one moment in particular, and this is towards the end of the movie. So, he's been shot, but
Spoilers.
it's all about her trying to get the funeral procession done in a way that will sort of cement his legacy, kind of thing. So there's a moment where she mentions two presidents who died in office and nobody remembered them, and then she says Abe Lincoln, who had this big fucking funeral procession and all that kind of thing, and so she was like, we need to do that. And so you've also got the stuff with Leave Harvey Oswald in the background and all that kind of thing. So they don't want her to do it because they're sort of saying, we don't know if anybody else is out there wanting to take a shot at you. You might be killed, or the new president might be killed, or anything like that. It doesn't really touch on the whole conspiracy theory stuff. No. Not really.
So they don't at any point show you Jackie taking the fatal shot.
No, they don't.
That would have been a great ending, though. If she had a little sort of Titanic flashback where it shows you her with the gun shooting him, that would have been a great
ending.
ending.
As she pulls the trigger, she goes, ah!
And then it fades to black, and you hear Kevin Costner going back and to the left. That would have been a great ending.
That would have been a great ending, but that's not
Wouldn't
the
it?
ending.
Wouldn't it? Fan film, recut, done.
We need to make our own movie.
We do.
So it's the story of that. It's her story and it's good. But there is another moment that I want to mention to you. I mean, you can call it a spoiler if you want to call it a spoiler.
Spoiler.
But one of the moments where she's being interviewed, the guy she sort of says to the interviewer, I know what you want to hear. You want to hear, did I hear the bullet go past me? Did I see anything? And all that kind of thing. And then it cuts to a close-up of her. And then it slowly pans out. And she's in the car. But it's just her. It's just focused on her.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing you know, he's coming into the shot. Because he's just, you know what, in the Zapruder film, he gets shot in the throat.
Allegedly.
So he got shot in the throat.
Allegedly,
okay. But it's the camera is on her,
and
then he then comes into the frame, and then his fucking head gets blown off. So fucking well done.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go.
It is really, really good.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah,
100%. I'm in.
Tidy.
Mm-hmm. So from one Oscar-nominated portrayal of Natalie Portman to another, I have indeed watched La La Land.
Oh, is this the 2 hours and 10 minutes?
This is the 2 hours and 10 minutes of
right,
movie
okay.
That was an absolute waste of my fucking life. This movie, I mean, God, people need to get off this movie's dick.
Did you watch this with Lindsay, hoping to get your hole?
No, I watched this of my own volition. Even Lindsay walked away.
Jesus.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I said during the Oscar bit that Gosling is going to win this Oscar. I wholeheartedly believe that Gosling's going to win this because he is incredible in this movie. He's not a character you can root for. He's not a character you can really even like because he's a pretentious asshole who's like...
Isn't that kind of the theme of the movie?
Yeah.
A bit pretentious.
Oh, well, it's basically a Hollywood circle jerk. They're all sitting there self-gratifying themselves, wanking off about how fucking original they are, making a movie that was made 30, 40 years ago better. You know, don't get me wrong, when it comes to the techie awards, the cinematography, the sound editing, the editing, the visuals, all that bollocks, it's going to win those awards because aesthetically, to look at visually, this movie is fucking gorgeous in places. It's just so up its own fucking arse. And it's such a shame because last year we raved about a movie called Whiplash, which we both fucking loved.
Hell yeah.
It's the same director.
Right.
So he follows up Whiplash with a sing and dance number that has, 2 memorable songs in it. Funnily enough, both nominated for Oscars in the same category. The rest of the songs, people are raving about the soundtrack to this movie. People are like, oh, I've never stopped listening to the La La Land soundtrack since I got home. It's wank. It's not good. It's really bad. There's 2 memorable songs, and one of them is Emma Stone, absolutely, and bless her, she can't sing. She's doing her damnedest, she's trying, she's giving a good effort. She can't sing that well, but she's belting out a solo, and it does, because obviously, like I say, Hollywood patting themselves on the back. Camera zooms in, everything goes dark, she's the only thing in the light, which they do about 50 times in this film, because why the fuck not? It just, this fucking movie irritated the absolute living crap out of me.
Tell.
Like I say, technically, this movie is on some next level bullshit. The way the guy's done this, like, you know how a couple of years ago when Birdman came out and everybody went nuts because you can't see where he's edited. You can't tell.
That's him director again?
No, that was Alejandro Inarritu.
Right.
But
who did Revenant?
Right,
okay.
But in Birdman, that movie, essentially, it looks like it's all one shot.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't cut away, it continuously goes, because the editing's fucking amazing in that film, and it is.
Yep.
Now, in this movie, you have cutaway shots, but when they do the numbers, when they do the singing and dancing numbers, it tends to be one long shot right the way through the whole dance. So, like I say, Gosling fucking knocks it out of the park, because I never thought I would ever see a Ryan Gosling movie where he's singing and dancing and being, being all that guy.
Yeah, he's pretty subdued, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
But this guy, you could put him on stage beside fucking Frank Sinatra and you've got a character. He's all about the jazz, which again, pretentious as shit. But he's all about that. It's just 2 characters that are so forgettable. The story is so bland. It's girl and boy meet. They both kind of fall in love, hesitantly fall in love, obviously.
Or they don't like each other at first.
Yeah, a little bit they don't like each other. It's like, you follow your dream, we'll both follow our dreams, and then because they follow their dreams, everything sort of breaks down, and spoilers, they break up. And then it's forgotten about by about 2 scenes later because they're back together, because she gets an audition, and it's just like, it's such a bland fucking story.
So basically, the romance story in Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better than that.
Yes, very much better. And I could have done with Emma Stone dying at the end of this film as well, to be fair.
I do like Emma Stone. I
love Emma Stone, but you know what? I like Emma Stone when she's Emma Stone. Like, I hated her in Birdman. That just wasn't the role for me for Emma Stone.
When she's being Gwen Stacy.
When she's being Gwen Stacy. Yeah. I love her in Easy A. I love Easy A. It's a great comedy. It's a fucking brilliant movie. When she's like a slut, or she pretends to be a slut so that this kid can pretend he got laid by her and he's popular and all that. She's great in that film. But this film, apart from that one bit where she does a pretty outstanding solo, it is a pretty outstanding solo, like she's belting it out. Apart from that one bit of the movie, I just didn't give 2 shits about her. And you're supposed to love these characters. You're supposed to love your 2 main characters. Your leading lady and your leading man. You're supposed to be in love with them. No matter what they do, where the movie takes you, you love them. I couldn't have felt anything for either of them. But Gosling, he's going to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking great in it. Like, just like I say, and this is the guy who, we've seen the Vines on Vine and all that, where he won't eat the cereal because every movie he does. Have you ever seen them when like somebody's got a TV screen and it's just Ryan Gosling's face on the TV screen and they try and feed him cereal, but he's always got that like somber face with the mouth closed and you won't eat his cereal?
No, I have not seen that.
I'll show you later. Actually, I won't because you'll just laugh at me. But this is the guy who's so fucking serious all the time and so, like you say, somber. So, like, just Ryan Gosling. And here you have him dancing around, doing little ditties. And I thought he was good in the movie. I just thought the movie around him was terrible. And if you want a good musical, there's a reason why they haven't been made for years. At least a really good one hasn't been made for years. And the reason is because they just don't really work that well anymore.
No, they don't. I would say the only musical. I mean, I watched, Mary Poppins and like that kind of thing when I was a bairn or a kid, if you want, in America. The only musical I can remember watching like as an adult was Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
I really can't remember watching a musical.
And it's not even a musical. There's only like 6 songs.
Yeah, but they're actually quite good songs.
But yeah, La La Land, it's gonna win a shit ton of Oscars. They're already...
Well, they've got a hard-on for it, haven't they?
It's
but
just...
It is the kind of movie that they get a hard-on for.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's a 2 hours, 10 minutes of just pure self-gratification.
Yeah.
They are all just wanking themselves off about how clever they are and how original they are. These movies have been getting made for years, or they were getting made years ago, better. And they even reference a lot of those movies in this movie, and it's just like, get over yourself. But they do this every year. It's like when The Artist came out. Oh my god, we've made a black and white movie. Like, a silent black and white movie. Fuck, this hasn't been done for years. Gravity.
Yeah, because technology...
Well, exactly. But
Dickhead. To be fair, right? Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling were on Graham Norton a few weeks ago. And Ryan Gosling was saying at one point that the director, that was his dream project. His dream project was to make an old school musical. That was
Fair dues.
That's what he's wanted to do ever since he became a director. He's wanted to do that movie. So,
fair dues, but Whiplash is 10 times better.
Yeah,
and it's got music in it.
Yeah, but
and better music.
Yeah,
and J.K. Simmons is in La La Land as well.
Is he? Right.
For like 2 seconds.
Right. J.K. Simmons. I can't.
And right, I'm not going to spoil anything, right?
I'm not going to watch it anyway. But I suppose people listening might want to watch it.
Right. Okay. This is sort of a spoiler, but I'm not going to go too deep into it. There's literally there's a montage. I mean, the last 10 minutes of the movie is a montage, and it's so up its own fucking arse. It's unbelievable, and that pissed me off. I was already out. I couldn't be any further out by the time this happened, because you get something that I was like, kind of sat there going, actually, that's really interesting. Yes, well done. You've maybe surprised me here. And then they go straight into a montage, and I went, fuck you. Credits, please.
Wow.
And I had 10 minutes of that. Not a great movie.
I've got no interest in seeing it at all.
If people love the movie, it's fair dues. We will never ever stifle you from having your views. I mean, look at Anthony. We've given him all the time in the world with BVS.
Anthony loves BVS. Dave loves BVS.
Exactly.
And Spider-Man Homecoming, The Amazing Spider-Man as well. He loves to share with that.
But personally, La La Land for me is not a great movie. If I had to give it like out of 5, I'd give it maybe a 2, and that's purely because technically they've done a great job with it. It looks nice.
Yeah. But
it's just the story around it. It's the thematics about it. It just wasn't for me. And the story's so fucking bland. If you're going to do that, do something fucking original. At least like West Side Story. You know, you had the Jets and the Sharks. You know, when you're a jet, you're a jet. You know, great film, great movie, nice imagery, good story around it. That's how you do a musical.
Okay.
You don't put this guy and this girl together and they fall out and then they get back together and 10-minute montage.
Right. So basically, because we'll speak about TV shows in a minute.
Yep.
To get away from movies. So basically, the message here is, if you're thinking of going to see La La Land, go and see Jackie instead.
Yes.
Right.
And if you're planning on having a relationship with someone, but you may follow your dreams. Don't follow your dreams because it'll destroy the relationship.
So go and see Jackie and don't follow your dreams, people. Don't
Yes.
follow your dreams.
Unless it's to be a podcaster. In which case, yeah.
Yeah.
We should make a movie about two podcasters who follow their dreams but then fall out.
Well,
That would just
we are spending 10 hours on a plane together, so
That would literally just be
could
an
be a
episode
documentary,
for
if
us.
anything.
Right.
So,
So,
TV shows.
TV shows.
I have been watching a TV show, Kevin.
I've not been watching anything, so
Damn.
I got one more movie though after you've done TV.
Right, okay. Well, you can talk about that first if you want. Before
No, I just waffled on about La La Land.
You did a little bit. So, the TV show, the first one that I want to speak about, I've got two. The first one is I have gotten into Vikings.
Yeah, I'm glad you've
Bloody
done
well.
this.
Have you watched this?
I've only watched the first season.
Right. Fuck me, it's good.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a good series.
I've finished season 2. I've not started watching season 3 yet, but shit a brick, it's good.
How cool is Floki?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's awesome, isn't he?
Fuck me. I watched. See, I thought I'd watched all of season 1 because it first aired on the History Channel,
Yeah.
and I thought I'd watched all of season 1. But the second part of the series, I had no fucking recollection of it whatsoever. So something's happened. I don't know what, but holy shit, it's good. It's great writing, great characters.
Yeah.
It's gory as a bastard.
I love Vikings. It's I mean, like I say, I've only watched the first series, but I absolutely loved Vikings. It was a great first series. The main guy, what's his fucking name? Travis Fimmel.
Yeah.
He is just insanely good.
He is good. He is good.
Insanely
And you
good.
know who else is good? The woman who plays his wife,
Yeah.
like his first wife,
And
the
she's
Shield Maiden.
badass.
She is a fucking badass.
Total badass.
So anybody out there, we've spoken about these people before. Anybody out there who says that women don't get good roles written for them and all that kind of thing, look at this woman on Vikings.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
It's a hell of a show. It's addictive as a bastard.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get back into that. I am.
There's a moment, no spoilers or anything like that, but there is a moment where a character goes through an ordeal whereby you get a knife up your back, and they knock out your ribs and get your lungs out, pull your lungs out and put your lungs over your shoulder,
Sweet.
and then spread your sort of your flaps, your back flaps.
All right, your back flaps.
Yeah. Your back flaps out as like an eagle,
All right.
right? And if you scream, you don't get into Valhalla.
Sweet.
Fucking hell.
I could do that. I could do that without
No, you
screaming.
couldn't. You're a little bitch, so you can do that. But it's a fucking fantastic
Yeah.
show. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get into it. It's great.
Cavan will be happy to hear that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And yeah, I think the comic that Cavan does is between 3 and 4. Is that right? Between season 3 and 4. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I will finish season 3 and I'll give that comic book a read.
Sweet.
Aha.
Sweet.
Aye. Right, okay, this one won't take me long, and then you can talk about
Okay.
your other movie. The other TV show that I have watched is Bad Education.
Oh, the one about the school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Jack Whitehall.
Yeah, no.
I've really enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't look like my cup of tea.
Have you tried it?
No.
Well, we don't do that, Kev. We don't do that.
but then they made a movie out of it as well.
They did, yeah. The
And
movie,
that usually spells trouble.
the movie was okay. It had,
Jack Whitehall.
yeah. No, the sort of villain was Khaleesi's. The guy who had the hots for Khaleesi.
Jason Momoa.
No, not the one.
Oh,
who,
Ian Glenn.
Yeah, Ian Glenn.
Yeah.
Him. He was the villain kind of in it
Sweet.
in the movie.
Still not watching it.
But the TV show is really good.
Not
There's
watching
3 series of it, 6 episodes each.
We Brits are amazing at that. I will say that. We are. It got mentioned.
Well, that's what Andrea said.
It got mentioned on the Andrea episode, which will be coming out soon, I promise. But he did mention that the Brits are fantastic at doing that, like 6-episode series, in and out, bosh, done, just before it can go stale.
Well, the first series of episodes
Yeah,
mentions that.
and that was a good series.
It was.
And then it went on too long. Because, and you know why? I have a theory on why why that show died on its ass after about 4 series.
See, I don't think it did.
I think it did, and I think it's because it was an American show, being British, written by Americans. Well, not written, but like produced by Americans.
See, I don't know why, but I assumed it was written by the 2 British people.
No, they did write the show.
Oh, they did?
But it was like produced and everything by America.
All right.
But
right.
they did write it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because that was sort of the joke.
No, they actually wrote the actual series itself.
Yeah.
All right.
Not the show within the show. They wrote the actual show. Stephen Mangan, as Stephen Mangan, wrote episodes.
Right, okay.
Not Stephen Mangan as the character in the show wrote the show within the show. Stephen Mangan and the bird wrote the show.
So what about the show within the show then, and the show then?
Nah, fuck you.
Right, okay, so...
My last movie.
Yeah.
I watched a zombie movie.
Ooh.
And it was a zombie movie with a bit of a difference. I watched The Girl with All the Powers. Have you seen
I have
anything
heard
about
of it.
this?
I've not seen it yet, though.
With Paddy Considine.
Ooh, right, okay, right. All right.
And Gemma Arterton.
Yeah, like her.
We like her.
Was she in Legend? Or am I thinking of someone else?
No, that was somebody else.
Right.
She was in one of the Bond films. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
Gemma Arterton, anyway. And Glenn Close. So it was nice to see Glenn Close again. This is like, it's sort of the world, a virus has already taken over the world. There are certain children who have the disease, but they can hide it.
Right.
So it's sort of like, you know, Laddie in Lost Boys. How Laddie's like a normal little girl boy, and can sort of looks normal. Well, these kids have the hunger, but they can suppress it.
Okay.
And they're doing experiments, and they're trying to find out why it is that they can do that. And then the army base that they're all living on goes to fuck, as always does in movies like this. And it turns into a proper little zombie movie, but it's fucking great. It's very 28 Days Later, but with less jump scares. It's not really any jump scares, to be fair. It's just really good. It's a nice little story. The kid in it is fantastic. The little girl, she is absolutely fantastic in this movie. I can't think of her name right now. Look out for her, though. She's going to be something. Okay. Kind of like, you know, when everybody watched Stranger Things?
Yeah.
You know, the girl in that? Was it 11 or 7 or...
11.
11. Kind of reminds you of her a little bit, but totally has something going on. And I think she's going to be big. It's a great British movie, and I think everybody should give it a watch.
I will give that a watch.
It's not your typical zombie movie, though, which I loved even more. Like, there's a scene, obviously no spoilers, but there's a scene where they end up going into the middle of London because they need to get to like this base thing. So they go into the middle of London and they walk into it, but it's like the zombies. I don't even think they call them zombies. They're in this like shopping complex, like outdoor shopping complex kind of thing, and all the zombies are just kind of stood there, just sort of in a daze. So they are able to walk through them all without, as long as they don't wake them or interact with them, it'll be all right, because they have to be sort of alerted.
Kind of like the Borg.
Yeah. It's a bit like that. And Glenn Close is like they're all walking through. Glenn Close is like a scientist kind of thing, and they're all walking through, and this like zombie thing's walking along with a pram, and it's just literally just walking through the herd with a pram, and Glenn Close is like, that's some fucking weird shit. So you instantly, like, she walks over and you're thinking, she's going to pull the blanket up and there's going to be a zombie baby there and it's going to wake everyone up. Not what happens. I won't say what does happen. It's fucking brilliant. Really good.
I will give that a watch.
Really good fun.
I will give that a watch, yeah.
It's nice to see that the Brits can make a fresh zombie movie every now and then.
But you know what? The people we've been speaking to lately, the Brits can make a fucking movie. So.
Oh, they can, but the zombie genre, probably especially in Britain with 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, it's kind of getting dry. It's not doing great. This one really refreshed me. Paddy Considine, you know I love the guy. So it was a really good film, and I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. So yeah.
Jobs are good.
Mm-hmm. And I like a zombie movie every now and then.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to the 28 day. No. World War Z 2.
What about 28 months later?
When's that coming out?
Don't know, 28 months from now.
Oh.
But yeah, it was just a really refreshing movie. Paddy Considine and Gemma Arterton.
He is great. He's great. I will watch. I'll give that a watch.
The girl with all the powers.
Now, before we go into our top 5, I have been reading something.
You have been reading something?
Yes, I have. I've been reading the Marvel Darth Vader books.
Yes, you told me about this.
Yeah. You know what? I had my doubts at the start of it. In book 1, there are 4 volumes. So I've read the first 2. I had a few doubts at the start of book 1 because it kind of made Darth Vader a little bit of a bitch.
Well, yeah.
Because it was all about, the Emperor.
Was he like Padme?
No.
No.
That was more Chewbacca than anything.
It was a little bit.
Yeah. They kind of had, the Emperor was being a pure dick to him.
A pure mad rag bastard.
A pure dick, by the way, and all that. See, I can't. Anyway. So, that was a little bit of an issue, to me anyway, in the first volume, but the second volume really makes up for it. And I'm gonna give them to you.
Yeah, let me read
when
Preacher
when you've gotten your finger out your arse and read Preacher.
Yeah, you lent me that a year ago.
Maybe not a year ago. Maybe about 6 months ago.
I need to get my finger out and read that.
Well, you're not reading Rebirth anymore, so
I'm not. It's stacking up, but I'm not reading it.
See, could you be arsed to go back to that though?
Yes.
Because but how far behind are you?
A good 6 or 7 weeks now.
Right. And so were you reading all of them?
I was trying to. I think when I do go back to it, I will be selective. I will be very selective.
So if you just go back to your Batmans and your Supermans.
Yes, my Batmans. I wouldn't even bother with Supermans. Maybe New Superman, because that was quite good. New Superman was about a Chinese Superman, and they had a Chinese Justice League, and the Chinese Batman was fat, and it was funny as fuck. So I would probably go back to that.
What the fuck?
It was good. It was good. It really was. It sounds terrible, but it was good. You'd love it. It's funny as hell.
Okay.
But the Superman's all he doesn't hide his identity.
This is part of Rebirth.
Yeah. He's not hiding his identity because he wants the fame. So he's
Tony Stark.
He's basically Tony Stark, but Superman and Chinese.
Right. Okay. But Marvel Darth Vader, I'm enjoying it.
Excellent.
I've got 2 more volumes to go. And then I've got Injustice, the first Injustice to read. Look forward to reading that.
Injustice League or just Injustice?
Injustice.
All right.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if there is one.
You just made that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So are we going to move on?
Yeah, we'll move on.
Before we do though, cheeky little promo from our Cincinnati friends who we are going to see soon.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Blake from the History of Bad Ideas. And we'll get back to your regularly scheduled program here in just a second, geek listeners. But we do a weekly podcast called The History of Bad Ideas.
Yeah, where we'll discuss things like television or movies or music or games or any other thing that falls into our geek-related podcast knowledge.
You can find us on Geek Life Radio, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, or Radio-Blitz, Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, or you can listen to us whenever the hell you want on iTunes and Stitcher. Check us out. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
And I personally think you should check them out.
Who?
Right, so are we going on to our top 5?
Yeah, let's do top 5.
Top 5 time. Right, so tonight's top 5 is top 5 TV shows that we feel were cancelled way too early. Is that in a nutshell?
Yeah, cancelled too early.
Every podcast out there has done this top 5, so we felt it was time to throw our hat in the ring.
I can't think of any others that have done this.
Plus, we didn't really have time to come up with anything decent.
I sent you a whole fucking list of them.
Yeah, you did, but that was the only one I saw and went, oh, that's good.
Oh.
But I'll keep the list.
Fuck you then.
So yeah, TV shows that we feel were cancelled. Are we taking Firefly off the board?
Yeah. Well, I said that to Brigger earlier on, because he joined in, he got involved with the poop shoots.
Yeah, you got some poop
We've not
shoots.
had some poop shoots in quite a wee while
And
now.
this one seemed to spark some talk.
There was a few. There was a few. We even got one from the Free Trade B team.
Well, we don't talk about them anymore.
Well, we can't add them to the same list as the other ones. So.
Who's the other ones?
The
the other ones.
websites that we don't mention.
Yeah. We could.
No, they're all right.
We could.
They're okay.
Are they okay?
They just blanked me that one time, ignorant
Right,
bastards.
okay. Well, if they do it again, One more
Then they're
time.
done.
And I know none of you are listening, but I'm going to put this out there. If you do it again, you're done.
Yeah.
You're on the same list as
If
the
you
rest.
blank me again, you're up there with...
Yeah, you'll be on the shit list. Yeah.
And
Yep, those ones. Yes. Yes. Please don't do that anymore.
Sorry.
We will be taken off air.
What?
Because it's live, obviously. We will be taken off iTunes if you make fun of that.
Thinking like that.
Yes. So,
Right.
top 5 TV shows that were cancelled too early. Would you like to start with your number 5, or will I start?
You start.
I will definitely start. So, my number 5 is a relatively new show.
Uh-huh.
And it has recently been picked up for an animated series.
Nipples.
But my number 5 is not nipples. Not predicted very well. But my number 5 is Constantine.
Yep, I had completely bloody forgot about that.
Because I don't care if it has been picked up for an animated series, that show should never have been cancelled.
It should not. Definitely not.
We've spoken about it a few times before. Matt Ryan is fantastic as Constantine. The show was really fucking good. It had legs. It deserved at least another series.
Oh, Christ, I.
CW, get your finger out. Don't fucking make it animated. Just do live action. Just please do live action.
Maybe they're just testing the water. It might be alright, you know.
Do you think when Supernatural's finished? Because it's sort of like, you know...
Isn't that like Big Bang Theory that this is like the final series, yeah.
Yeah, but CW just renews everything.
Yeah.
CW has a guy in the office that just sits down and goes, hey, what do you think we should renew? And then there's like another guy sat at the other side going, everything. And he goes, okay, we'll renew everything.
Job done.
Job done.
Let's go for a burger.
Aye, that's what it is. It's like clocking out time. And he's just about to leave. And the executive comes out and goes, we need to renew something. Everything. And he just fucks off. And it's like, cool, done.
Yeah.
So, number 5, Constantine.
Yep.
Love the show. Gutted it got cancelled, and I'm kind of glad it's back as an animated thing, but I would love to see it just come back in its glory.
Agreed.
Yeah. With Guillermo del Toro at the helm.
No.
No?
No.
Too weird?
Overrated.
Can't say that.
I did.
People are loving the Dark Justice trailer, and I think it looks pants. The animated Dark Justice.
Oh, yeah. Was that done by him, is it?
It looks pants. I'm sure he's got his name on it somewhere.
Meh. Nah, he's overrated. Fuck him.
Oh, okay.
So my number 5 is a sort of 24-y kind of SES-y type thing. And I've had beer now. This is the first podcast in a few podcasts that I've had beer and I'm starting to feel them.
Okay.
This is what happens when you don't drink.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, bygones. So, yeah, my number 5 is The Unit.
Suck my unit.
I knew you,
Aye.
I knew you were going to bloody well say
That's
that.
the one with Dennis Haysbert.
Dennis, yep.
Yeah, President
And
Palmer.
it's actually got...
Did that not have like 10 series?
4.
All right.
Yeah. It's got the woman who plays Diggle's wife in it as well.
Ah.
Yeah. And you know what? It's Robert Patrick's in it as well.
I remember it being about. I remember everybody touting it, and supposedly it was a good show. I never watched it.
The thing is, that show got better as it went on.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time it got to series 4, it was like, this is fucking good.
Mm.
And then it got cancelled.
But could it have got better?
Yes.
Or would series 4 have been the peak, and then?
No, it would have been fine.
Right.
Yeah.
No, like I remember it being around. Like I say, I never.
You should give it a watch. Honestly,
I did always want to because I like Dennis Haysbert.
Yeah.
He's President Palmer. So.
Exactly. He doesn't play President Palmer though.
Is Jack Bauer in it at all?
It's not a prequel to 24.
Like his army years with Jack Bauer
Ooh, I'd like that.
in Fallujah.
I'd quite like that a bit, isn't it?
No.
No.
And Dennis Hopper. Gutted.
So you're not going to watch that now?
Nah.
But yeah, The Unit, that shouldn't have been cancelled. It had more life in it.
Right.
Go.
No, I like I say, I never watched it, so I can't fully agree, but I do remember it being around and actually thinking that looks alright. So yeah. My number 4 is a short-lived TV show, as in it only ever had one series, and it actually, I don't think it aired the last 2. I think you had to watch them on DVD. It was on ITV2 over here.
Right.
I can't remember what channel it was over in America. It was called The Black Donnellys. Did you ever see The Black Donnellys?
I did not.
It was written and created by the same guy that wrote Crash, so that tells you the caliber of writing it was.
Okay.
It was a really good show about 4 brothers called the Black Donnellys.
Is that the one where Janeway played their mum?
I think Janeway was in it.
I'm sure I remember you telling me about that one.
That sounds really... Yeah, it could have been. I absolutely loved the show. It was an Irish family. They all had a bar. It was like you had the one guy who was sort of keeping everyone out of shit. You had the one guy who was like a total fucking meth head. And the other 2 were just kind of trying to make business out of nothing kind of thing. They had the best friend who's just a total fuck-up, screw-up. And the show was told from his point of view. So it's like, it started off with him in an interrogation room, and the police were kind of like, so tell us about the Black Donnellys. As every show starts, you know, there's this cliche fucking thing. And he's like, so it goes back to this day. He says it all started this day. And then it goes back and it tells you, shows you them growing up and all that. So a lot of it's in flashback form. I loved the show. I thought it was really well done. The cast was excellent. At the time, Paul Haggis was riding high off winning an Oscar for Crash, and he thought he was the next big thing. It turns out he wasn't. I mean, have we really heard anything about him since?
No, because the Crash is not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was a victim of his success, I think, and it got cancelled after like the first series. I don't actually think it made it to the end of the series, but I remember loving it, and it was a great show. Nice little family kind of. I love all that crap.
A little bit Sopranos-y.
A little bit Sopranos-y, but like a little bit more grittier, and very like you know how the Americans love it when they say they're Irish. You know, well, we're American Irish and
Boston and stuff.
Yeah, they love all that bollocks, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's a lot like that. But I enjoyed the show. It was a good show. So yeah, I put that as my number 4.
Okie dokie. So my number 4 is Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Nearly put that on.
Because that show had legs.
It definitely did, and I think it's due a fucking reboot as a TV show.
I mean, Lena Headey
yep,
as Sarah Connor.
Yep, perfect casting. Linda Hamilton, Lena Headey, Emilia Clarke. No,
Emilia Clarke was all right.
no, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
But Lena Headey,
yeah,
was a fucking amazing Sarah Connor. You also had Summer Glau in there, who, God love her, she does try.
She's not really.
She was in the unit as well, actually.
She's not really an actress, though, is she?
She is.
I think she's just a beautiful bird who can kick ass.
See, I've got... Well, she was in Firefly. And she was probably in at least... Yeah, she was in at least 2 of my next 2. But Sarah Connor Chronicles was just finding its feet. You know, they had brought the liquid metal Terminator in. And they were doing all sorts of shit. And I think the end of Series 2 ended with John Connor going to the future to meet Kyle Reese.
Right.
I think. Maybe. It's been a while. But I think that's how Series 2 ended. And it ended on a cliffhanger. And then we never got to find out what happened. I think that's what happened.
Balls.
Done it.
I hate when they do that. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
No, I remember enjoying that show. But yeah, I nearly put it on my list, but I just couldn't figure out what to take out.
Yeah.
So
see, we did say, or I said to you, I'm really struggling with this, and then I typed it into Google, and the next thing you know, I've got like 12 on my list.
Yeah, I had a few, but you know, bear in mind, for a long time, Lost was actually on my list, and I know it wasn't cancelled. I know it had its full run. It had like 7 seasons, and then it had its run, and it ended when it wanted to end. I get that, but me personally, I could have done with another 10 series of that show.
So you're number 4.
So, no, my number 3. I did.
You wait first. Sorry.
Yes. So my number 3 is a tie. Hobied it.
Damn.
I did Hobie it because both shows are pretty much the same show. Just one's funny, one's not so funny. Is Freaks and Geeks with James Franco, Seth Rogen.
Never watched that.
Only ever got 1 series. Deserved so much more. It was a fantastic show. Like it was the freaks and the geeks of the school. You know, the outcasts all showing them together at school and dealing with life issues. You know, as any show in that time did. I think it was like late 80s, early 90s. I'd say early 90s. On the opposite side of that, you had My So-Called Life with Jared Leto.
Never watched that
and
either.
Claire Danes. which
Claire Danes, you fucker.
yeah,
Huh.
which is a fantastic show. Again, one series. It was sort of like it was like Dawson's Creek, but they were all on meth, basically.
Right.
They weren't all on meth. They were just like they had life issues, and Jared Leto's in it, so that stands for the caliber. It's like emo,
And calling people hunker.
hunker man. I loved My So-Called Life. Not a big fan of Claire Danes as she stands right now. Loved her in that show. She was great in it. Jared Leto. It's one of those movies that as a kid, like when I watched it, I didn't come to it when it first came out. I came to it like when I came to these things. And as a child, at that age, I was watching it and I was like, oh, this guy's me. They're dealing with all the same shit I'm dealing with. Fuck me, And then on a Sunday morning, I got to watch my Dawson's Creek and it made me feel better. But
Unless you were bawling your eyes out.
yeah, my So-Called Life, Freaks and Geeks, couldn't separate them, so I hope it at number 3.
Okay.
Freaks and Geeks definitely had more in it. Come on. James Franco and Seth Rogen, and even Jason Segel was in there. Even at that time, these people had like severe talent. I'm sure it was written, like the first couple of episodes was like written by Judd Apatow. So
Jason Segel, is that?
the guy from I Love You Man and the Muppets movies.
Oh, no, I don't like him.
Do you not?
No.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No,
Big
no.
lanky streak of
No,
piss
I
for
don't
you.
like him. Don't like him.
Oh, okay. So what's your number 3?
My number 3 is the first of the Joss Whedon shows on my list.
The first of 3.
No. Well, if you count Firefly, number 3 is Angel.
Angel?
Yeah.
I didn't think you liked Angel.
I liked Angel fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many series did that have? I had like
It
6.
had 5 series. Was it 4? No, I think it was 5 series.
And then a special when they were all puppets.
No, I think I was in series 4 or something.
That was fucking terrible.
It was great.
It was fucking terrible,
It was
man.
great, man. No, I didn't put Buffy in there because Buffy
Come on, Buffy had its run.
Buffy ended well.
It had its run as well.
But having said that, if they said tomorrow, right, we're making a Buffy movie,
yeah.
fuck yes.
Granted, but come on. Buffy had its run.
Buffy had its run.
Was it 10 seasons?
It
11?
was 7. It was 7 series.
It had its run.
I'm becoming aggressive now. I'm going to put you through that wall.
If Lost had its run, Buffy had its run.
Yeah, but Buffy was better than Lost.
It wasn't, though.
Well, it fucking was.
It wasn't, though.
Well, it was.
It wasn't, though.
It clearly fucking
Did
was.
Lost ever have a sing and dance fucking episode?
Well, it should have.
No worries.
But yeah, Angel. Angel kind of struggled. I think maybe it struggled to find out, or it struggled to know what it wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
The first series was a little bit like Arrow,
Yes.
where
Yeah.
it was sort of treading water.
Mm-hmm.
And then series 2, series 3. I think series 3 was the series where his son came into it, who is
His son was great.
he is in Mad Men.
Yeah.
He's fucking great in Mad Men.
He's great in Angel.
Yeah,
I loved him in Angel.
yeah. And then series 5, they took over the big bad lawyer company and all that kind of
Wolverine
thing.
Heart.
It didn't really know what it wanted to be anymore, and it struggled in the ratings. Anyway, in the UK, it got moved around the time slots like a bastard. This is really the days before we had Sky Plus, Sky Plus and all that kind of thing. This is when we're still videoing things for the most part.
Videos.
Anyway. So the viewers fell off like a bastard.
Well, of course it did, because I remember back then it was like you basically had to wait for the DVDs to come out or the videos to come out because
Oh yeah.
you didn't know when it was on.
Well, that was it. I mean, we had Sky because we watched. Me and my sister watched Buffy every single week when it was on. Obviously, Angel didn't air on Sky. Angel, I think, was on Channel 4, and Channel 4 fucked it about and put it onto the graveyard shift basically.
Yeah.
Which is just a death sentence.
I was like,
I'm not sure what it was like in America.
it was like find it if you can.
Yeah, maybe they were better to it in America. I don't know. From the fact that it got cancelled, probably not.
No.
But Angel had more ground in it. It just needed to find its footing again.
I'll agree because I really liked Angel. I preferred Angel to Buffy, if I'm completely honest. I'm not a massive Buffy fan. I thought Angel was way better. Probably like a controversial thing to say, but I just enjoyed it more. I thought the story was a little bit darker, although from what I gather, Buffy got super dark towards the end. But Angel did have legs in it. It did.
It did. Yep, that was my number 3.
Number 3, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So My number 2 is a show called Dead Like Me.
I have heard of that.
I've been flip-flopping on my number 2 and my number 1 all day. Dead Like Me it started at my number 1 until I remembered another show. And then all day they've been chopping and changing. Dead Like Me was this great show. It was funny as balls at the time it came out. It was quite I wouldn't say groundbreaking, but for the time it came, it was out there. Mm-hmm. It was like the young girl in it. She's a great actress, fantastic. I'm actually forgetting her name right now because I've got Kristen Bell stuck in my head. She was Veronica Mars though. But Dead Like Me, young lassie. She does a voiceover at the start. It's like, this is me and this is my life, and she's got a really shitty life. It's not the best. Kind of, our family don't really even realise she's there. Sort of like very emo, and she gets killed by a toilet seat falling from a plane, and that kills her. When she dies, because this all happens in like the first 10 minutes. When she dies, she goes to like it's basically like a job centre, and that's basically purgatory type thing.
I've heard of this.
And they give her a job where basically she has to take the role of the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of this.
And she's got a quota to fill, and then once she fills a quota of dead souls, she can move on. And I think it got 3 series, so it did get a run, but it didn't get as much of a run as it should have. It was fucking brilliant. It was so funny. It was so dark. They all had like day jobs. So like the black lady was like she was a traffic warden during the day. Well, not during the day, but that was kind of a cover. I can't remember the fucking guy's name. The guy was so funny as well. But anyway, that's what Dead Like Me was. She was a Grim Reaper. She had to fill her quota to get back into heaven or to get into heaven and all that and pass over. And it was just really well written. It was funny as balls, and it should have had like another 3 or 4 series. They ended it when it really, like you say, with Sarah Connor Chronicles, it ended just as it was getting really good. But then I think by that point, the likes of 6 Feet Under and all that had started coming along, and people were really into the highbrow humour. Things like that, you know. But
you know what I mean? Arseholes like me that like Frasier.
Yeah, aye, those assholes. I love Dead Like Me. It's funny as shit. I literally went back a couple of months ago and watched the first series again, and it's great. It's still great now.
I have heard of that. I see. It seems very familiar. I may have watched it. I might well have watched it.
I just love the concept, and the girl in it. I'm really irritated that I can't remember her name, but I'm not IMDb-ing it. She was funny as hell. She's a great actress, and I would love to see her in a hell of a lot more. So Dead Like Me, number 2.
Fair enough.
Nearly sat at my number 1 for a long time, but then I remembered this other show, and that just shot straight into number 1. And I don't think it's going to be a surprise.
Mine isn't going to be a surprise at all. It might be the same one.
What is your number 2?
Well, I have hobbied my number 2.
Ooh.
But there's a reason, because the same actress was in both of them.
Let me call it Dollhouse.
Yep.
Spoilers. True Calling.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Dollhouse, another Joss Whedon show.
Yep.
And True Calling was not a Joss Whedon show.
But Alicia was in it.
But Elijah Dushku was in it. Oh, God, I love her.
I remember you trying to get me to watch True Calling roundabout when we first met. It was like a few months into it, and you were like raving about this show, True Calling, and you tried to get me to watch it, and I just remember sitting there shitting all over it all day and just being like, why the fuck are you watching this?
So it's like something you would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually remember that happened. Don't tell me it didn't happen.
You did. I did lend you the Buffy box set though, didn't I?
Yeah, you lent me the Buffy box set.
Yeah.
And that didn't go well either.
No. Anyway, so yeah, True Calling was about a woman who, well, she becomes similar to
Dead Like Me.
Dead Like Me. She can tell when someone's going to die, or someone is supposed to die. Mm-hmm. And so someone is supposed to die, and she decides whether she should let it happen or not. And then you had Jason Priestley in there.
Yes, you did.
He came in on season 2, I think
he makes far too much.
You think? Well,
he
he's not
shouldn't.
done anything for a while, man.
He shouldn't be allowed to act.
No. Well, act. But he came in season 2. I think he played like a brother or something like that. And he was like the opposite version of her. Where so he if someone was supposed to die, he was going to make it happen.
Right.
So those two were kind of battling each other. And by the time season 2 was there, they were really they were getting there with that, and they were, they were going up against each other and all that kind of thing. And it was fucking great. I know you didn't, well, meh.
I didn't mind it, I just didn't like it.
I loved it. I thought it was great. Dollhouse. So Dollhouse was a bit of a sex slave kind of thing.
Dollhouse was basically Nikita. It was Joss Whedon trying to make Nikita.
So it was about people whose minds were wiped, and then they could have any kind of personality or anything like that uploaded to their heads. So they could
shit.
So they could go and do you just forget about a show?
Yeah.
What show?
No, it's fine. Carry on.
Is it going to be a number 1 now?
No.
So they could be uploaded with any kind of personality, go to any situation, that kind of thing. And so the reason that had legs is it was just starting to find its fucking legs when it got cancelled.
Typical Joss Whedon, though.
Well, yeah.
It's the story of his life nowadays.
But he was coming off of Buffy.
Yeah.
And all that kind of, he had... I mean...
He was Joss Whedon.
He was coming off of Buffy, coming off of Angel. 2 hit-ass fucking shows. Like, 12 years between them. Mm-hmm. And then he says, right, I want to make Dollhouse. Mm-hmm. And, it wasn't going to happen. You could tell the cancellation was coming. But it was because you had Alan
Tudyk.
Right. He came into it as kind of like the one who was able to prevent himself from being wiped, kind of thing.
Right.
And so it became like him versus Eliza Dushku and all that. It was fucking... I enjoyed it. And anyone who disagrees with me is wrong.
Okay.
And there you go.
Okay. So, do you want to do honourable mentions and poop shoots before we do honourable ones?
I don't really have any honourable mentions because I deleted my list. Well, I've got V.
Yeah.
And that's why I put the picture on the Facebook earlier on. V was very good. It had Elizabeth Mitchell, who we like. Mm-hmm. It had the woman who played the alien. She was Brody's wife in Homeland.
Right.
And she was also in Deadpool.
Gotham.
I forget what her name is, though. But she's damn good. She's a good actress. Elizabeth Mitchell, we like, though.
Yeah, we do like her.
Yeah. I think that got 2 series as well, or it may have just got 1. I'm not entirely sure, but that had more legs in it as well.
Yeah.
That was just getting good.
I had Lie to Me with Tim Roth.
I nearly put that on my list, actually.
Yep.
That got 2 series as well, didn't it?
Yep, that was pretty much... That got fucked over by The Mentalist, which I loved. I had Alcatraz. Did you ever watch Alcatraz?
With Sam Neill?
Yes.
And the guy from Lost?
Yep.
I did watch that.
It was like a JJ show after Lost. It didn't really take off, but it was good. It was really good. I had Lost, obviously. The TV show I'd literally just thought of when you're on about like mind wiping and stuff like that. Did you ever see a show called My Own Worst Enemy with Christian Slater?
No.
Fucking great. It got 1 series, and when I tell you the concept, you'll understand why it only got 1 series. It was doomed from the fucking start because it was just trying to be just mental. It was basically like Christian Slater was like this good, wholesome guy who, like, he had everything in the world. He had this really nice house, he had the wife, he had the car, he had everything he would ever want. And he goes to work, and then he goes into the elevator, and it becomes sort of a Mission Impossible type thing.
Right.
And he goes into this chamber, and then he changes into someone else. And what it is that they have this thing in his brain.
I did watch that.
They turn him into an assassin. So he lives his life as this really nice guy, but then they flip him to be an assassin. And the 2 characters, the two identities don't know each other.
I did watch that. Yes.
But
yes.
But then the assassin realizes what the crack is, so he decides.
But doesn't he leave himself a message or something?
All the time. The show was batshit crazy, but it was fucking brilliant. It was just so hilarious.
I remember that.
Cheesy, corny. I loved it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Another one I want to mention. This was actually raised by Ian Lawson in the Poop Shoots. Is Agent Carter.
Yeah, no.
That should have had another series.
It probably should have. I never watched it. I hold my hands up on that. I can't judge Agent Carter. It just didn't appeal to me at all.
I enjoyed it.
Plus, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is fucking terrible. I don't know how it's still going.
That is just starting on... Just fucking starting on Channel 4 this week.
Are they just really trying to flog that now?
Channel 4?
No, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is it just... Do they just keep it going because it's, like, Marvel or...
Probably that.
Because
Probably
now
yeah.
it's not even like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. LMD or fucking EDM. Or...
See, I don't know... That's what Anthony does, isn't it?
Yeah. Gang signs.
You don't want that. You do not want that. Yeah, it's just coming to Channel 4 in the UK, which, you know, Americans, you'll agree with me here, that's fucking bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Poop shoots. We'll do poop shoots now before we do our number ones. Because we mentioned assassins before.
Assassins.
Mm-hmm. Right, so. Brigger said Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
Sports Night.
Aaron Sorkin.
Right, okay. Enlisted.
No idea.
About a Boy.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Is that him with a weird face?
Did that not go for like 50 odd years?
I don't know. And honourable mention for Dev, Funny Book Guys.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
No, don't know either. So Chris Aitchison said Heroes and Flash Forwards.
Oh, Flash Forward. I don't know how long that could have went for, but it deserved more.
So Rick Titus said, or the other one said Firefly, The Hour, Veronica Mars.
Veronica Mars, very good call.
Mm-hmm. Ian Lawson said Firefly, Agent Carter, Ultraviolet, which was a UK vampire show.
That was fucking awesome, that show.
Heard that.
That was great. That was great. Oh, good call.
Sylvester McCoy's tenure as Doctor Who. Now, he's also said The Adventures of Murin Buchstansinger.
Never heard of it.
It was an animation about an egg that played the violin.
That sounds fucking awesome.
And then steampunk, so it was. Then Rick chimed in again, and he said another season of Top Boy. Twiggy said Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah, well, that's obvious.
You must have watched that when you were rebelling.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that one. And then Ian Lawson pitched in again and said Babe Station.
As in Babe Station? As in the 12-minute preview at 12 o'clock?
Maybe it's not going anymore, or
is it not?
I don't know.
Is that the thing where the girls sit on the camera and talk to people on the phone and just play with themselves?
Yeah,
don't actually do anything.
Dripping with gonorrhea.
Frothing at the edge with gonorrhea.
And then he said, I got the kids' cartoon wrong. Muron was something else entirely. I actually meant Toonhound. I'm still no further forward. So then we had Chris Aitchison again with Chicago Code and Dead Like Me.
I like that.
Yeah.
Dead Like Me. Big love.
Where are we now? Dead Like Me. So Kev Wright said Chicago Code.
Yep.
Jason Clarke.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Okay, all right. And then Forever.
Oh, what, the thing with him out of Fantastic Four?
No, Chris Aitchison said, I've just asked the wife about her choice, Forever and Touch.
All right, that explains it.
And then Chris Hayes said Jericho.
Jericho. I never thought of that one.
And as I said, we had some feedback we had one bit of feedback from the Free Trade B team. Did we say best pool team in America anymore? I don't know if we do.
Don't.
It was Paul Byrne who said Strike Back, Mythbusters, and 24, the original proper 24.
That had like 12 series?
What did they have? 9? 9.
Why do I keep adding like 4 series to everything?
I don't know. Strike Back, I would agree with Strike Back because...
Yeah, you mentioned that on the last episode.
Those two guys had some good chemistry together. I think Robson Green, they brought Robson Green in there. It was good. I think they had more stories to tell. Mythbusters, I've probably mentioned it on the podcast before. They fucked with Mythbusters and they shouldn't have fucked with Mythbusters. I'm getting the spack of mouth. They're doing a new thing now where they're doing a reality show thing where they're looking for new hosts. It's going to be fucking god awful. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about the original 24 though.
So, what is
your number one?
My number one is fairly obvious if you know anything about me, to the point that I even forgot about it until today. My number one is Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip.
Damn.
That show had one series and it needed more.
That was Aaron Sorkin again, wasn't it?
It was Aaron Sorkin, Matthew Perry, just coming off Friends.
And didn't have thing from West Wing.
Bradley Whitford, just coming off Friends. The cast was fucking fantastic on this show. Everybody in the show was amazing. Don't get me wrong, if Studio 60 had really taken off and done what I would hoped that it would do, we might not have got a Newsroom. And I love the Newsroom. Newsroom's a great show. But that was kind of what he did after, Studio 60 didn't go anywhere. It was such a great show. The first series is just, it's funny when it's funny. It's heartfelt when it's heartfelt, and it hits you in the feels when it needs to.
Never watched it.
It's such a good show, man. Bradley Whitford and Matthew Perry have such great chemistry. Because I'm not a big Friends fan. I love The West Wing. Love Bradley Whitford in The West Wing. But Friends, I could take it or leave it. And when I saw Matthew Perry was going to be in this, I was kind of like, oh, come on. The funny guy out of Friends. I don't know if it was maybe because at the time, dude was going through some issues. Or if it was just because he knows what it's like to be having issues. But he played the character so well. Basically, he was the fuck up of the two. The two of them were writers for a cable TV show. They were really good writers. Matthew Perry was a complete and utter fuck up, bit of a cokehead, bit of an alcoholic. So nobody wants to work with him.
I think you would have some experience from that.
Yeah. Nobody wants to work with him. Nobody wants him in the business. Bradley Whitford takes a punt on him and basically says that he'll only come and work for the channel and the TV show if Matthew Perry comes with. And that's the deal. They strike the deal and it all goes well. But they like to press buttons. They don't want to conform. They just want to write the funny shit that they want to write. Mm-hmm. As it's Aaron Sorkin, it's always political, hot potato issues at the time. And yeah, I love the show.
It's one that I've been meaning to watch.
You need to watch it.
I never got around to watching it.
It needed another series. It needed at least one more series because by the end of it, they really found their legs and they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew where it was going to go. And, well, now if you want to watch anything like that, you have to watch fucking 30 Rock, which, I'm sorry, I just can't get away with it.
I watched it for a little bit, but
I can't get away with it.
What's his name? Is it Tracy Morgan?
Yeah.
He annoys the fuck out of me.
He can kill anything.
He's worse than Kevin Hart.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But, it had what's her name from Ally McBeal in it?
Mm-hmm.
Who, she was quite funny, and I quite like Tina Fey. He had Alec Baldwin in there, but Tracy Morgan just...
he grates.
He just grates on me.
He does great. I'm not a big fan of him.
There you go.
So, Studio 60?
Yeah.
What's your number one?
My number one is a show that had a good 3 or 4 series left in it. I don't know why it was cancelled, but HBO decided to cancel it. My number one is Deadwood.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be your number one.
Yeah.
That's why I stayed away from it.
Yeah. I did say to you I had my number one picked pretty much right away. We've got a movie coming, apparently. But Deadwood went for 3 series.
Mm-hmm.
It was just fucking getting going.
It is a great show. It's a fantastic show. Ian McShane is the absolute fucking balls.
Like Timothy Olyphant as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like Timothy Olyphant.
Great. But you had Brian Cox in there in the last series. The cast is amazing. Molly Parker was in there too. It was just such a fucking good show. And I don't know if maybe HBO has a different model now than it did then, because you're talking quite a while ago that Deadwood was on. But I just have got no idea why they cancelled that show.
It's one of those things though, yes, they cancelled it, but surely they could bring it back. Because there's an outcry for it.
Well,
people want more Deadwood, and there's no denying it's a great show. So just bring it back, even if just for one series. I know they're talking about a movie, but no, just bring it back for a series.
I think the thing is with the movie, maybe they're planning a series of movies. I don't know, but the thing is with the movie, you've got 2 hours.
Yeah,
Deadwood was the same as your Sopranos or your Mad Men.
Yeah,
whereby you have to build it. You have to do the slow build. You have to do the slow build and build up the characters and build up the arsehole, in particular for season 3, the guy who's coming in and trying to take over the town and all that. And that shit was just getting going. It was just getting good, and it was never resolved.
Well, maybe one day it will be.
So maybe one day it will be.
I would say bring him back.
It has to come back. Deadwood was fucking great.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I kept it off my list because I knew it was going to be on yours. Simple as. And I knew it was going to be number one. As soon as we wrote off Firefly, I was like, well, his number one's Deadwood.
Even with Firefly in there, Deadwood would have been my number one.
So that's top 5?
That was the top 5.
Top
And
5 TV.
Will we talk Royal Rumble?
Hey, are you a jock that likes comics?
Are you a nerd that likes comics?
Do you feel left out sometimes?
Well, then we've got the show for you.
I'm Imran.
And I'm Anthony.
He's the jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we host the Jock and Nerd podcast at jockandnerd.com. If you're looking for fun, entertaining, laugh out loud geek chat over all the latest Marvel, DC shows and news, visit jockandnerd.com.
Full spoiler podcast, lots of swearing.
You're such a jock.
You're such a nerd.
Oh, come on.
Shut up, nerd.
Okay.
Okay, so this literally is the last section.
This is the last section.
And then I'm playing the outro.
Yep.
So is this for the belt?
This is for the belt.
Sweet.
And, right, so the loser has to watch and review the Kevin James movie that is on Netflix right now. It is... Crap, what's the name of it again? Hold on a minute.
It's like International Assassin Spy Kevin James movie.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I know the one you're on about.
Yeah, International Assassin. The true memoirs of an international assassin.
Sweet.
Is going to be reviewed by the loser of this.
Okay.
So there's a lot at stake, you know.
So this is for the 365 belt and dignity of a Kevin Smith movie.
Exactly.
Kevin James movie.
James movie.
Shit.
Right.
Man, Kevin Smith movies are kind of going down that path now. So
not as bad as Kevin James, so come on.
Not quite, but nearly.
So have you got a pen to write down these predictions? Because I'm going to be doing this on my phone.
I will get a pen. I have a pen. Do you have a pen? I have a pen.
Right. So, kickoff match. We have Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
Right. Sasha versus Nia. Now, since we stopped doing another damn wrestling show, I really haven't been watching a lot of wrestling. So this is going to be a car crash for me. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I'm going to say Nia Jax.
I'm saying Sasha Banks.
Well, she has to get a win over her sooner or later. But I think it's too early, so they need to make the comeback look bigger and better, so Nia's going to win.
Okay. All right. So the other kickoff match is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. It is Cesaro and Sheamus versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Oh, it'd be so good to have the club with those belts. But I'm still loving Cesaro, so I'll go Cesaro.
Yeah, I'm going Cesaro as well.
Yeah. It's too early to be taken off them, but it would be nice to have the club with the belt.
It would be, but
especially when Finn comes back and wins the title.
You know
straight
what?
away.
I think they're still too much of a joke.
Yeah.
Just nah.
Okay.
So we're on to the main show now. We've got the Cruiserweight Championship, and we've got Rich Swann versus Neville.
Couldn't really care less about that match. So
I'm going with Neville because he's from Newcastle. So.
Okay, you go Nev. I'll go Rich Swann just to make it interesting.
Oh, I see.
Is Rich Swann the one that goes with Alicia Fox?
No, that is someone else.
Cedric Alexander.
That's the one.
Yep. You were gonna say the other one.
That's the other one.
Lawrence Fishburne.
That's racist. So then we've got the Raw Women's Championship. We've got Charlotte Flair versus Bayley.
Charlotte never loses a paper.
Charlotte. I think Bayley's going to take it, but at WrestleMania.
Yep. Against Charlotte, or
yeah.
You think Charlotte's?
I think Charlotte's going to win this, but I think Bayley's taking it at WrestleMania.
But you think Charlotte's going to lose her winning streak, pay-per-view winning streak at WrestleMania?
Yeah, because it's the biggest stage of them all, and they've been building it up like hell. That she's not lost a pay-per-view all year, and they're going to give Bayley her WrestleMania moment.
I don't think they'll do that to her.
I think they will.
I don't think they will.
I think they will.
I don't think they will.
I think they will.
Okay.
So then we've got the...
I think she'll win it on Raw on Monday night.
No, never that. So then we've got the WWE Champion, which is the SmackDown Championship. AJ Styles versus John Cena.
It's going to be a good match. I'm going to get AJ.
I'm going to go John Cena.
Yeah, because he's got to get that title, hasn't he? He's got to get the wins to...
And then we've got the Universal Championship. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. It's a no disqualification match with Chris Jericho suspended above the ring in a shark cage.
Proving that the WWE is not above jumping the shark.
What a load of old shit. Kevin Owens. Has to be Kevin Owens. Fuck Roman Reigns.
You go KO, I'll go Reigns, just to make it interesting.
And then we have got the Royal Rumble match, which I think...
where's Rollins?
Rollins hasn't got a match on his own. Tell you what.
What's happened to fucking Seth Rollins then?
So before you picked me up earlier on, I was watching Raw, and Rollins and Sami Zayn had a match where the winner would take the loser's spot on the Royal Rumble. So if Sami Zayn wins that, then Rollins isn't in the Royal Rumble.
Right.
So, but I don't know what happened because I've not watched it yet. So maybe Sami Zayn won it. I don't know. So then we've got the Royal Rumble match itself, and I'm going to propose something to you here. I think that we should predict who's going to win it.
Have they just taken a huge, massive dump on fucking Rollins?
Well, no, because Rollins is going to be fighting Triple H at WrestleMania.
Right, okay. So they're building that up now.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So if we predict the winner of the Royal Rumble, I think that should count as 2 points.
Right.
I'm going to predict that Baron Corbin is going to win it.
Corbin?
Mm-hmm.
Why Corbin?
Because I think he's fucking awesome.
Is that your only thing?
Yep.
Corbin.
Yep.
I like that. It's different.
He's got the best finisher going at the minute.
He has. And he won the Andre the Giant.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they don't talk about that anymore. They've kind of stopped talking.
Because it means fuck all.
They've stopped mentioning it.
Yeah.
I think... Who's in it?
Well, like, everyone's in it, but there'll be surprises. There's always surprises, so you could have fucking Kurt Angle coming out.
Well, Kurt Angle's coming out.
You could have Finn Balor coming out. You've got Taker in there.
Imagine if Finn Balor
You've got Taker in there. You've got Brock. You've got Goldberg in there.
Goldberg.
But those two aren't going to win it. I predict those two are going to eliminate each other.
Yeah.
And then that's going to lead to the WrestleMania thing.
So who is going to win?
I really think that Baron Corbin's going to win it.
That's a bold decision. Is it Raw and SmackDown or just Raw?
Both.
Right.
Although, having said that, the Raw Women's Championship apparently hasn't been from what I think this was from the WWE Championship page.
Yeah, because apart from AJ and John Cena, they're all Raw.
Yeah. So there aren't. I mean, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
No. So you've got Nia, Cesaro. They're all Raw. Right, so who's going to win the Royal Rumble? I will say that it'd be awesome to see Kurt Angle win it. That would
Kurt Angle's not going to win
that. That would be fucking great if Kurt Angle won it. I don't know, because I don't...
that's right enough, Kev. That's right enough.
What?
Yeah, that's right enough. That card is right enough.
Oh, well, I am going to say... I don't know. I'm crap at this kind of thing. I can never predict the Rumble.
Well, that's kind of the point. Baron Corbin isn't going to win it. I would just really like him to win it.
Okay, I'll say Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Who's hot right now? Who's like the in guy right now?
Right, so if you go for... I'll go for a SmackDown.
I'll tell you what. Whatever happened in that Raw match with Rollins and Sami Zayn,
right?
Whoever won that and took the other guy's slot, that's who wins.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going to say Rollins or Zayn.
Right, okay.
And having not watched Raw, I'm going to say that Zayn won, and I'm going to say Zayn wins it.
Right. What if it's a no contest?
What does that mean?
What if, like, they do the usual Raw bullshit where it's a fucking... like a crappy ending where someone... Or they both get, like, counted out because of outside interference or some shit?
Well, I'll tell you what, right? I'll say whoever won that match, and then we'll look it up.
Oh, spoilers. All right, then.
You look it up. So... Because yeah, Rollins could win that, and that would be a nice little build-up. He could try and have a run at the title, and Triple H would just keep saying no. But it'd be nice to see Sami Zayn actually do something with his career.
Triple H cost Seth
Rollins.
For
fuck's sake.
Despite not appearing in person. Seth Rollins is out of the Royal Rumble match after a burst of Triple H's music caused him to lose to Sami Zayn. So there you go, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble.
Happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's a good episode.
So with that, we will stop episode 60 because it's gone on for way too long. And seeing as you are still the champ, we will play your music.
Yay!
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives a girl wild. I've got the moves that really move them. I said chill up and down their spine. I'm just